Welcome, one and all and one, to King of the Castle. How is everybody doing on this fine Sunday evening? Yes, I needed to be loud. It was important. I gotta get the hype out. I'm hyped. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm realizing that I need to change exactly one of the Twitch redeems. No one is allowed to change the game for today. How fucking funny would that have been? Is it in content? No, it's in viewer rewards. Some of the channel point things can stay, but change the game. I don't need to worry about ending the stream because nobody has that many points. But yeah, that's gone. Posture check can stay. That can go. Cacaw can stay. The Wheel of Pain can go for today. Voice band can go. No cursing can stay. Push up time can go. Stretch can stay. IRL word band can stay. Hydrate can stay. Cool. That's been updated. Hello! I'm so quiet. Why am I so quiet? That shouldn't be correct. I've got that set as high. Are you sure that the stream isn't just very quiet? My mic is right here, and I can see that it's at full output. Am I quiet for others? That'll solve this question. Given that someone else just said that I'm very loud. Okay, I am quiet. Why? Why am I quiet? How about now? Did this help? Okay, I'm hearing that helped. Okay, great. That helped? Perfect. Wonderful. Love to hear it. I suppose I'm gonna be moving around too much. I can try and get this closer to me. There we go. Welcome, first-time chatter. No one is late. We haven't started yet. Welcome, one and all. Right on time. Yes, everyone's on time. I am going to take this opportunity as people are showing up to run a quick ad break so that we don't get interrupted with ads when the game actually starts and is important. So if everyone will bear with that real quickly, don't go anywhere. It's going to be right back. And to all of you that are subscribed, hi. Hello, welcome. What's going on? So, as the overlay may have informed you, we are we're going to be playing a game called King of the Castle. Malayik, you're fine. I can see it right now. Your pronouns are she, her. You did it correctly. And the way that this works is you all get to battle me for power. You get to fight with me and with each other. We have our 3 faction leaders. Sound off in chat. Also, D-Dog, if you mean that you're, like, delayed, give the stream a refresh. That should help. Stream delay is pretty low on this one. We can join now. I don't see the game. Yes, technically you can join now. Don't worry. I'm going to show the game in a moment. But technically it's still functioning. I mean, I might as well just show... Alright, the ads are done. Welcome to the game. I see we've got a game owner or an expert of some sort. Very cool. Very cool. We've got people in here. Ooh, alright, we're getting some people who like this game, methinks. Yeah. If our 3 lovely, quote-unquote group leaders would like to sound off. They don't have any, like, extra power or special abilities, but I had to make sure that there was going to be at least one person in each camp for the duration of the stream. So, a moment of honor for Malayik, NB Chester, and D-Dog042. 2 of which currently have friends. And I gotta figure out where the fuck to put my camera for this game. I think I just need to be littler. For now, that should work. And I'm gonna move myself here. For now. So that everyone can see all of the details. Yes. If you own the game, you are able to pick which region you'd like to be in. If not, just put join, and it'll be somewhere. Yes, I am King Hawk, king of the Creamtown Dynasty, of course. I couldn't name it anything else. The idea of the game is that we're doing a big politics about it. So all of you are nice to me and think that my ideas are smart and sexy, but actually you all secretly hate me and want me to shut up and die so that you can be in power instead. So really no change from my day-to-day. And if you'd like to be part of that day-to-day, well, hey, why don't you go check out the Discord? One of the mods put the thing in the place. Yes, this is not an existing dynasty. We've started fresh. Down with everything to the south of us. Good to see the Northerners repping. Oh yeah, we're going fresh for this. We will give everyone... Let's see, what time is it now? It's currently 8:33. Yeah. We'll give everyone 7 more minutes to get in. Who and however many that may be. And then we will begin the rule. Ah, welcome Arwhack. Currently, you are they, them, but if you would like to change that, you can just do join again, and then space, and then either he, she, or they, and you will be exactly that one. Pronouns, as far as the eye can see, whatever you'd like them to be of these 3. That rhyme kind of worked out. I didn't even mean to do that, but it happened. Yeah, if one of the mods could do the Discord command for anyone that wants to be up there. Who up pronin they nouns? Excellent question. The Discord doesn't have anything to do with this particular stream, but it does have a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. Thank you, Envy. Appreciate that. And if someone wants to show everyone the riot command, I feel like that one's going to get some use today. Yes. The pronoun market is open! Ding ding! Ring-a-ding-ding! You can be whatever you'd like to be. Of the 3 options of he, she, or they. I put the crab pots out. And I reeled in a Caesar. Ooh, somebody did a something. Thank you for the follow, Arwhack. I appreciate that very much. Also, I don't think this is going to have anything to do with the game, but we're getting disastrously close to 1,000 subscribers over on the YouTube. Welcome, Anime Angles? Hope I said that right. Welcome to the Partitions of the Coast. If the mods want to do that, the YouTube command, if you guys want to go drop a sub over there, which is free, of course, because it's YouTube. We're getting real close to 1,000, and if this stream goes crazy, it might happen tonight. I very much do not see that happening, but that would be so cool if during this stream we cross that threshold. I don't think it's gonna happen. I very much don't expect it to happen. Alright, 4 more minutes for people to get here. Anyone that would like to can join on in, and then we are gonna get this ship a-sailing. Get the train rolling, leave the station, and I obviously am gonna have a son and leave my legacy, and you ain't got nothing. None of y'all got nothing on me. I don't know. I hear the Counts of the East have pretty killer trains, Malaic. You might be cooked. As I mentioned over in the Discord, this stream will definitely be turned into a YouTube video, so everyone say hi to YouTube. And get excited for this nonsense. Figures the Meow Meows are fishing. That makes sense. a violent open from the... What are they? Chiefs of the North? Ah, yes. The counts live unnaturally long. I'm sure that's unrelated. By the way, if at any point the game sound is too loud, the possibility of music sound is too loud, or my voice, if any of the volumes are weird or bad, give me a shout, because I want this to, I want this to be good. So it's important that all of the levels are good so that it can be edited well. Vampire's lords are totally trustworthy. Not like they'll stab you in the back, but the neck. You'll see it coming. There's nothing dishonest here. It's just a little nibble, just a little off the top. I think you may have already sold. Oh, a Twitch integrated game. Yes, LTL man. Welcome. Do exclamation mark join if you'd like to become one of the 3 factions. And fuck with me directly. This is your chance to outright kill me. Sell me up the river. Gonna give everyone a few more minutes. LTL man has joined the Chiefs of the North. Yeah. Unfortunately, for her, I don't think the Patricians of the Coast have any Kill the King plot lines, so... She's not gonna kill me. She might sell me somewhere. But... Why? Ah, it's gonna run another ad! Ah! This is not what I asked for! Okay, it's gonna run another ad. Nobody go anywhere. I don't know how to stop it. But once that's over, we will begin. LTL man is a good addition. A strong addition to the Chiefs of the North. Mods, ban that guy! Good work, mods. Not technically, we patricians have a Kill the King plotline, but it's more of a switcheroo. Oh, is the switcheroo one you guys? I thought that was the, either the red or the yellow ones. Alright. Good work, mods. Appreciate it. Someone unsubscribed. Have the ads ended. I just missed a bot. Yes, you missed a bot. Already the bargaining has begun. Somebody give me a shout that the ads are over. I think that's true. I'm not allowed to actively run an ad, not that I want to run another one. I think we're good. Am I hearing we're good? I think we're good. Well, shit. Alright. Somebody tell me when the ads are over, and then we will start this game! I'm very excited! Oh. You're back now. Okay, I'm hearing we're good. I'm gonna give everyone 10 seconds to yell at me, and if we're good, then we're good. Yes? Going once. Going twice. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the game. Okay, begin game. Here we are in the great country of this country. I think the best place for me is going to be the bottom left here. If that ends up being wrong, then it will be wrong. And I'll move myself somewhere else. Actually, it might be the... I don't know. I'll leave it there for now. I'll move it around. And remember, if you aren't in yet and want to be, !join still works. So, welcome one and all. It is spring in the year of our me 948. We have to do a couple of things at the beginning, so first and foremost, I am the new king. It is time for the coronation. The Chancellor is none of you. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Shouldn't I be giving the orders now? Of course, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Talking about all of y'all. We wouldn't want that, I suppose. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Of course. The council decides. Shall we call the nobles in? Ring-a-ding, boys, it's time. Here you go. Here's how it works. I can hold here for as long or as short as I want, and then you will all vote by doing, I think, just the letter A, B, C, or D. It might be ! A, B, C, or D. And I am able to do either of these things to affect the vote. These are the laws of the land, and I'm the king. So, your options are host a lavish party with jugglers and fountains of wine, and this will take money away from the treasury, which is my funds, but will raise stability of the kingdom. I can force the commoners to swear a blood oath, which will raise my authority, but lower my stability. Hold on, don't vote. It hasn't started yet, guys. Let me explain first. You can throw me in the river, which seems to be the popular one, which will raise stability and lower authority, because that's the everybody likes me and I'm not mean answer. Or, you guys can put on a vast banquet for the king, which will raise the farming for all of you. That'll up your guys' stats, not mine. These three stats are mine. These stats down here are each of the regions, and you want your stats to be high. But it will cost wealth. Wealth is different from treasury. Treasury is my money. Wealth is your money. And you each have a decent amount of money. So, I'm fine with any of these to get us started. I believe you can see how much money you have in the overlay if you're on desktop. I'm not sure how the overlay works on mobile. I think everyone starts with 1,000 money. I'm not sure. It might be 500. I'm glad to see we have at least one expert on the game in here. So, without further ado, what will we be doing for my coronation? The vote begins. You have 30 seconds. Do ! Vote, and then A, B, C, or D. I think I'm getting wet today. And, of course, majority rules. I'm guessing that, assuming it worked... Yeah, there you go. There you are, Magic. You did, in fact, get in. So we've learned that joining late does work. Alright! With a unanimous vote! My ass is getting wet. Ah! Alright, throw me in the river. Nearly unanimous? I thought it was 7 across zeros. At least one person should be responsible. Well, I appreciate that. No, I don't mind getting thrown in the river. It is decided. The king will be thrown in the river. The stability gets better. The authority gets worse. That's the statistical difference. There already is a quote channel over in my Discord. It exists. You can use it right now. It is decided. The king will be thrown in the river. Let me get changed. Yep, the lot of you pick me up and toss me into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back out of the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? Stifling? That's never once happened. And there we go. That's how it works. There will be some events that are faction-specific, so only that faction will get to vote on what their, like, greater plan is. And the rules I'm allowed to impose on you guys are going to change as time goes on. Other than that, that's the game. Speaking of, I need to figure out how I'm going to win. Spy Master, Your Majesty. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? So I need to figure out what my legacy is. Am I a conqueror? The greatest king who ever lived? An architect of a new golden age? A peacekeeper? A father of the nation? Or a saint? And now if I were to pick from these 6, I would probably pick the thing that seems most important to everyone. I would be father of the nation. I'm gonna try and make our farming and goodness very good. That made no sense. I'm not a very well-spoken king. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners? Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. Alright. All of you are gonna be executed. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. So, step 1, fuck. And finally, I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to you yahoos. Now that I'm the king, my first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. The nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wintry north, the desolate east, and of course, the wealthy coast. Who am I going to introduce myself to first? Let's go check out the east. Ah, interesting. Spokesperson for the east, Countess Arwak. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Highness. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. My win condition is... never mind, I guess. Off to the north. Basically, my win condition is have a kid and then do real good at the thing I want to be remembered for. Which in this case is protect the people and farm real good. D-Dog, Chief of the North. Yeah, good. Good luck in the days ahead. You'll need it dealing with us a lot. There you go. And finally, who will be the patrician? Alright, it's our resident expert. Interesting. A pleasure, Your Serene Highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Hello, hello. And with that, introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand my favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. It's just a lot of you bickering. Alright, I believe that's everything, all of the, this season's events. So now we can end the season, move on to the next one. Ding! Ding! Alright, now we get to all of your win conditions. So, starting with the patricians, the lot of you down by the coast. Revax? I know I'm saying that wrong. Anyway, you of this family, eccentric coastal tycoon, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, speaking calmly. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than King Hawk. Something must be done. Haven't you noticed who's missing? No? Who's missing? What? What are we talking about? Oh god, okay. What scheme should you guys try and do? Do you want to have a doppelganger replace me? Do you want to intimidate me? Or do you want corruption? Oh, it's an epic reference. Figures you're all going with the doppelganger route. Alright. There it is. Your goal is to replace me. I'm going to be real bummed if that one wins, because that's the only route in this game I've seen win before. But it wasn't my decision. So your goal is to make a new me and replace me with me. The patricians plan to swap the real king for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their schemes, which is to say to succeed at goal 1 of 3, you must keep your defiance at 4 or less by the time the 4th season ends. Make sense? Nice and easy. So you guys don't want to be defiant. You want to be very agreeable. Storm of the AI Seeker clan, eccentric northern god speaker, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning as if in a trance. Chiefs of the North, we all know that I should be on the throne, not this imposter King Hawk. How do we make that happen? Chiefs of the North, what do you want to do? Do you want to question my authority via the prophecy? Do you want to bring about Ragnarok? Or will you call upon the Hornblower? I'm guessing that's... I think these are all a different flavor of religious. I'm guessing that's Jericho's horn. Alright. In comes Ragnarok. Now, in order to successfully do that... One moment. You plan to make an alliance with the Ice Giants to take over the kingdom. First, they must not be weak, or the Giants won't take their proposal seriously. Alright, your win condition is to get your military to 5 or higher in the next 4 seasons. As a reminder, it's currently at 7. So just keep it there. Remember, the patrician's goal is 4 or lower in this stat, and right now it's a 1. And finally, Dimitri of the Magic Mechanism Dynasty, well-known Eastern elder, leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Hawk wears the crown. Counts, would you like to stage an uprising? Would you perform a blood ritual? Or will you attempt to possess me? That is obnoxious. I don't know why the plugin tab's not working. We'll try and figure that out after this, but for now, just check the, somebody vote for something. Alright, votes got in the last second. Huh, I was a little worried there. Alright, perfect, blood ritual. I was kind of hoping for the possession one. I mean, I don't want any of these to happen, but... Oh, that was smart. You guys are aligning yourselves with the ones that I want to do. That's very smart of you. The Counts plan to summon an ancient famine demon that will devastate all other regions, paving a clear path to the throne. First, they must ensure that the East can withstand a famine. To advance their scheme, the Counts must be the region with the highest farming in 4 seasons. Interesting. So yours isn't a threshold. Yours is outperform others. Very interesting. Okay. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have the right to the throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown the region's preferred claimant. And I currently don't have a kid. King want to feed everyone, let's cause mass starvation. No, that's not the goal. Remember, right now your goal is farming good. At least for you. So, we're going to take a moment. I would recommend refreshing the plugin. Or just refreshing the tab. I don't know how to do anything about that because I'm not responsible for the plugin. Does anyone have the plugin working? The overlay. Should be okay? Okay, great. Then I'm going to move on to the laws of the land. I'm about to get a new card in my deck of keeping you hooligans afoot. Alright. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing how the council votes. We can't pass more than 3 laws at once, and only 1 may be used for votes. So I'm going to have 3 things that I can do to affect your votes. And every season I'll get a new one, and replace an old one. Interesting. So, my options are anonymous voting. I can choose to give you guys cover. Call for unity. +1 stability if more than 50% of you agree on anything. Or reverse voting. Nobles must vote for their least favored option, and the option with the fewest votes will pass. Interesting. I like the back 2 a lot. I think I'm trying to be a man of the people, though, and support the little guys. So I'm going to go with a call for unity. I'm certainly not giving you guys things to hide behind. This is one of the few things that you all don't get to pick on. Interesting. So here are 3 events for the season. Apparently there's not one in the coast. But what the hell is this? Alright, there's something about crawlers. Pony up purple. You're first to act. Chief LTL man. Your Majesty, our mutual friend Count. Oh, is that the gender Is that the gender neutral form of count or countess? That's interesting. NB Chester has discovered a nest of, quote, crawlers on a new tract of eastern farmland. Naturally, we chiefs recommend they fill the tunnels immediately, lest they spread to other regions and endanger our crops. But NB Chester refuses to do so. Lowborn have gone missing, Your Majesty. These crawlers are much more dangerous than they appear. Legends speak of crawlers living in cities beneath the soil, taking the weak to be consumed. We should leave the land to them. They are not to be trifled with. Tell me more about these crawlers. Oh god. Horrible, cow-sized worms that live under the earth with tiny, clacking legs like centipedes. Okay, so they're not worms. They're centipedes. Horrible. Truly horrible. They're rare but formidable foes. They turn up unpredictably and attack whatever they find before retreating back into the earth. Nothing that well-organized troops can't handle, I'm sure. Alright! Assemble the council. Thank you, Your Greatness. Alright, so our 3 options are... Ah, fuck! A, abandon the fields to the crawlers, which will bring Defiance up, which doesn't really matter for anyone. Farming down, which would be bad for both the counts and me. And trade down, which I don't think affects anyone. We can fill in the holes and continue farming, which will probably raise farming, and then do some other stuff. Or, we can send someone into the tunnels to investigate, which I could see backfiring, or forward firing. So, we'll take a moment. People are discussing. I would like to bring up that I don't particularly want A to happen. Reminder that the vote has not started yet. No worries. The lower that farming gets, the worse theoretically it is for me, but also the worse it is for the purples. So I don't think the purples want to vote A. Granted, it's not disastrous, but it's probably not very good. One of these is just I get to vote. But then again, I care a lot about my people. And we're already pretty stable. So I think we're going to veto A. And let's start the vote. Will you fill the holes, or will you continue farming? Interesting. Some unity on C. And then one protest vote. Alright. We're gonna hire a witcher. Toss a coin. I'm really hoping that you guys are gonna have to pay for this. Alright. Let's see. Let's just see. Very well. Who will we send on this most unfortunate mission? Oh, interesting. I get to pick. Soldiers from the east. That's a 50% chance is what this symbol means. For a good thing or for a bad thing. And I'm guessing that's because the people that are from the east currently have a military of 5. Hire adventurers to explore the tunnels, which will just cost me money. Or, this is a serious matter, send for a wizard. You know what? I've got faith in the east. Go get 'em, boys! I don't think that went very well.
By the blood of the dead, your majesty, we'll sort this out, just you watch.
You hear word that the soldiers made it inside the tunnels at least, but you won't hear from them if they make it out until they... Okay, so never mind. That was just... Oh, wait. Okay, cool. We'll see how that goes. Good luck, soldiers. I believe in you. As you wait, more and more peasants go missing down the tunnels. That's not good. Okay, I think that's going to resolve later. I don't love the hit that took on farming, but it was on the people that want to farm real good, so if there's any farm to lose, that's the one. Meanwhile, in another part of the same part of the country, I've received an invitation of some sort. Without a word, Countess Arwak appears. Hands me a blood-red envelope, sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Points for presentation. I gotta respect it a bit. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night later in the year. What is this all about? I can say no more. You must choose whether to accept our invitation or to decline it. Interesting. Very interesting. I am afraid. Their defiance is pretty low, but I think I'm more curious than I am afraid. So let's go to the party. I'll see you there. That probably will also pay off later. And that means it's time for me to select an honor guard. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the patricians offer their greatest gladiator champions from the arena. Unfortunately, we can't recruit the coastal gladiators. There's been a major scandal. Accusations of match fixing and fake blood spilled in the arena. You apparently do not have blood sport. They won't come to the capital until this blows over. You'll need to pick someone else. Ha! No patricians. You know what? The Eastern Knights are busy. They're out fighting the worm centipedes in the tunnels. It's only fair that I pick the Northern Warriors so as to not weaken the East too much. We wouldn't know real blood if we sucked it from their necks. Weirdly specific example. Care to say more? Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest. But they're honorable in a fight. Honorable, and in a fight, unbeatable. I've made my decision. It's the Northern Warriors. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faints. You know what? I'm into this. And that all is the first season. Which means you're all 3 seasons away from your goal. Do with that whatever you will. And now, we have made it to the auction. You each have $1,000. You can each bid towards things in individual dollars. The way to do this is !fund X Y. X should be the letter for whatever you want to build. Y is the amount you want to pay. Does that make sense? You're going to have, I think, 60 seconds for this. I think this one's longer, but I'm not sure. And the things that you can build are, remember, it hasn't started yet. You can build something that will raise the faith of blue, something that will raise the military of blue, which, as a reminder, is what they want to win. Something that can raise the farming for C, which, as a reminder, is what they want to win. Something that can drop the trade for the counts, or something that will raise my stability, or something that will lower my stability. Do with that whatever you will. There's kind of nothing here that's good for me. I would appreciate some votes for the library for E, but I'm not super worried about it. So I'll let you guys work this out amongst yourselves. LTL man immediately ponying up with $1,000 on the fortress. Interesting. Trying to raise their military. I should remind you all, only the top 2 funded things will get built. So currently in the bidding war, the fortress is looking pretty good. The aqueduct is looking alright. I'm hearing that the, oh, interesting. 1,000 defunding the Thieves Guild. Or, funding the Thieves Guild, defunding trade there. Very interesting. I see the vision. Bring the trade down for the counts so that they aren't as rich in the long run. Very interesting. Ooh, and they answer back with some funding for the aqueducts, and I think that's time. Did things get in time? It's the fortress raising the military, and the aqueduct raising the farming. Very, very interesting. Points to our biggest contributors, LTL Man and Magic Mechanism. And up we go. There goes all my money. There will be a chance to get money back. I think taxes and tax breaks hit at the end of the year rather than the end. Oh no, ads have hit! Ads have hit the tower! Alright, we'll take a moment. Take a moment to breathe here. Alright, I can try finding a spouse, and then... Ooh, both of these things are going to immediately pay off. So let's go find a spouse first. In the twisty passages of your castles, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spymaster, but there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy! You better find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. Who is your preference? Men, women, any, or I'm not interested in love? Well, as someone who is recently engaged, I have to be honest to myself and say that I'm attracted to women. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. I did that one during ads because there's no voting. You didn't miss anything of importance. I really don't want to hear how this whole centipede worm thing went. So we're gonna go over and we're gonna go to the sex party that this almost certainly is. The Crimson Vigil takes place in a bleak castle atop an eastern hill. Your journey takes weeks, and your baggage train keeps getting stuck in the bogs. I will not be marrying a crawler. Guests at the Crimson Vigil will compete on who can dress in the most ghoulish and frightening costume. What did you dress as? A ghost in tattered clothing draped with clanking chains. A demon with horns, cloven hooves, and red skin. Or a dragon with gem-studded wings and a golden tail. Going to G-pose you marrying a crawler, so help me God. Oh, no! Okay. I don't need to run the treasury dry. I don't want to over... I'm not interested in flaunting my wealth. I'm interested in using it for the people. But I do like a nice costume. So we'll go with the middle of the road. The red dye makes your skin itch. I immediately regret my decision. But you strike a startling figure. As you're assessing your appearance, the Countess arrives, dressed as a living corpse. He actually just removed his costume. Yeah, thanks. Yep, that's it. Welcome, welcome. I see you are dressed as one of the servants of the seventh god. How delightfully blasphemous. Yeah, that tracks for me. Please remember to stay in the upper levels. The dungeons are out of bounds. Aren't I the king? In the ballroom, you'll find the counts gathered, all dressed up as frightful monsters, wolfmen, pumpkin heads, witches. A waiter glides past, holding a tray of canapes. I believe I'm saying that right. A pianist plays a mournful tune. So far, this party's pretty cool. The Crimson Vigil begins at midnight. What role will you take? A mourner, or are you willing to portray a hound of the betrayer? What the fuck does that mean? Can you tell me more? Surely you are familiar with our customs, Your Majesty. If you are unsure, you should stick to being a mourner. All right. I, in fact, am unsure. I will play a mourner. Your ceremony role is to stand among the other mourners and wait for the hounds to catch the king in exile. After that, just do what the other mourners do. Good luck. I cannot state enough how much I do not want to be referred to as King Daddy. I wouldn't want you to slip and fall. Uh-huh. The counts gather. After Countess Arwak delivers a short speech about remembering the old ways, a flaming crown is placed upon her head. I will be playing the king in exile. The hounds of the betrayer will try to catch me, but fear not. I am swift as a falling star and old as the hills. Is old a good thing to be in tag? So far, this reads like a high-stakes game of tag. I will do what I was told. I stand among the mourners. Okay, hold on. I can deal with the bullshit of King Daddy. Ain't nobody calling me King Diddy. For real? Not that one. Arwak runs down the corridor, flames licking behind her, pursued by a dozen counts in monstrous costumes. It's a bizarre sight. Arwak runs down the corridor, flames licking... Why would I leave? No, this is interesting. I'll wait. Half an hour later, they are dragged back, her crown still smoldering. I am confused by that, and how that's not, melting their head, but whatever. One by one, the other mourners drop to their knees in a posture of worship. Feast about defiance up. No, I'm alright. I'll play along. You drop to your knees, and the counts smirk at the fact that their king has knelt. The ceremony concludes with a mock execution and a bottle of red wine spilled over their head. Alright. I'm okay with that. I'd rather have fun. The Dad King, Lord of Making Bread. See, that I'm alright with. After that, the music is more cheerful. The counts dance and chat long into the night. At dawn, you board your carriage and begin the long journey back to the capital. I think that they should tweak this game slightly, where if the king is a cool enough guy, you can convince each of the factions that the king is actually a cool guy and deserves to be in power. Anyway, we're back from the tunnels. Alright, I need a fucking drink. Give me a second. Ugh. Alright. Your Majesty, the soldiers that you sent to investigate the crawler tunnels have returned. That's good. They didn't get eaten in the tunnels. The crawlers have a vast network of tunnels, Your Majesty, and they have some sort of queen, a huge creature that controls them all. Oh, good. We should strike at this queen, destroy her, and deal with the menace once and for all. No, you must take care, Your Highness. If you enrage the queen, only ruin will follow. Surely there is another way. Alright, here we go. Do we send an assassin after the crawler queen? Do we fill the tunnels with burning oil? Or do we organize a meeting between me and the crawler queen? I can't believe that that might actually be an option. I thought I couldn't use the since I used veto last time. I thought I couldn't. Am I allowed to? You know what? I don't want to do wrong. I feel like, yeah, call for unity. This is the time for me to benefit off of your organization. Somehow I feel I know where this is going. LTL man trying to take my money. Oh, interesting. It's actually kind of divided. It was actually kind of divided. Ten seconds remain. Who knows? Maybe she's really cool. The voting is closed. I can't believe this is how this is going. Okay. You cannot be serious. This means putting the king in great danger. We don't even know if we can communicate with this creature. Yeah, this was my thought as well, Marshall, but the council has spoken. Oh my god, this isn't even happening right now. Okay. Season over. Okay, now it's time for my my taxing. Hello, Sleepy, welcome! Do !join to become part of the game. My house belongs to the bugs. Okay. This is not up to your debate, this is just for me. So, I can give everyone a common tax, where I gain $100 and you lose $100. I can give everyone a bribe, where your defiance goes down, my treasury goes down, and your wealth goes up. Or, I can do a cruel tax, where your defiance goes up.
Your house belongs to the bugs.
My house belongs to the bugs. The treasury goes up, and the wealth goes up. The patricians want their defiance low. So I am going to be cruel to you. Especially because you've led the charge on me getting bugged on. Which means I'm currently turning a profit. Can I afford to be... Do I want to bribe anyone? Interesting. Interesting. Let's have a little talk. Chiefs of the North, how we doing up there? I feel that I have been rather kind to you all. Hiring you guys as my honor guard. I feel like if we can sort of work with each other here, then we can have a little bit of a working relationship here. So I think that I could be talked into a little extra coin in your coffers if you guys will promise to vote favorably with me in the future. I don't think I'm gonna put a hard rule to it, like a I get to command your votes for any one thing, but just if we can get a little bit of goodwill going, I think this can work out nicely for both of us. What do you say? What do you say, AI Seeker, D-Dog, and LTL, man? Ah, I see Sleepy has joined the counts. Very interesting. Think we can get a bit of a working relationship going here. Bienvenue, Power Bottoms. Give them all a moment to discuss in the chat. We'll take this just to spite Ruby X. All right, we can have a little working relationship here. I don't particularly want the counts in Defiance. I do need a little bit of money in here. I'm not gonna be cruel to you, the counts, but I will be just a nice common tax standard for the round. Taxes are important. Excellent. The North is loyal, and the coast is a grumbling. To the end of the season. Alright. I worry about these being right next to each other. I really don't see Marry the Crawler Queen being a viable option. But I'm gonna do this first, just in case. 'Cause that's really funny. Your Majesty, about this meeting. From what I've gathered, the Crawlers rely on their queen to direct and lead them, quite literally from inside their heads. Suppose she cannot be reasoned with. I'm a king of my word. No tricks. Very well. She's actually got a sprite! That's so funny. A few days later, you find yourself in the fields of the east, face to face with the creature from your nightmares. Thick, viscous slime drips from her mandibles as she sizes you up. I really love your style. This is going nowhere. Help me understand what we can do. You have to stop abducting your presence. I'm sorry for exposing your tunnels. It was an accident. Help me understand what we can do. The queen tilts her head to one side, regarding you with beady black eyes. What little noises you make in the face of your... What? Ours was not the first bombard. The first bombard. What do you... Say more. Your digging hatchlings did not grasp the fullness of our being. They sought our destruction, and in doing so found their own. Alright, now you come before us, beg for forgiveness, or to retread the fraught path. You know what? I've been running a low authority, high stability run. I'm okay with this. I'd like your forgiveness. Oh, that was a big hit! I beg for mercy in the name of the kingdom. We've been over this. I don't care about my stature. I'm here to help the people. What pretty song is this? The ape has learned to dance. Damn, alright. But she called me pretty. The queen chitters loudly. Is she laughing at you? She then turns away, scuttling on hundreds of legs, creating a thunderous patter across the field. Did it go well? As well as it could. Let's go! In fact, the crawlers completely ignore the peasants who gingerly return to work on the fields. Let's absolutely go. Alright. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. I am a little upset that the counts, no one's contesting them on the farming. But we'll take it. I also like a good farm, so we stan a centipede queen. This is gonna be the first unasked for fan art I ever get. Me smooching on a centipede. What does the Archbishop have to say? Your Majesty, I wish to speak with you about the situation in the north. Too long have the Northerners been allowed to worship their heathen tree gods in brazen defiance of the ninth god. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the north. It's for the good of the realm. We're pretty stable, all things considered. Listen, the thing in question is missionaries, all right? Not crusaders. We're not telling you that your gods are wrong. We're just saying, hey, look at this other god that might also be worth considering. And anything beyond that, well, that's just a bad missionary. But how could this backfire on me? No, I think this will go well. You just want to spread the word of God. The only missionary you're going to get is the kind in my longhouse, if you know what I mean. I kind of don't. Okay. You have my express permission. The other regions are less than thrilled that you did not consult the council, but it doesn't stop the mission from going ahead as planned. Wow, the North did not like that. Alright. I succeeded the role, though. Let's go. Your stable and prosperous kingdom gives weight to the missionary's words. How else could the kingdom be doing so well if not blessed by the ninth god himself? It turns out to be a rip-roaring success. Trust in the clergy is high, so the northern villages convert in droves, whole cities at a time. Wow! Your faith shot up like a rocket. That's crazy. Alright. Welcome. Welcome to the faith, my good brothers of the north. Glad to have you here. In the name of God. Oh. The Archbishop is more than pleased. He even diverts some of the new northern tithe to you as thanks, topping up the treasury. I will not complain about that. More for me to give back into the people. The faith is what I call my dick. Alright, perfect. That went great. This season went awesome. Found 3 potential matches. 1 eligible young women from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. And a partner for life to have and to hold. Don't forget that. I suppose, but the alliance comes first. Alright, Mom. We're literally doing the Shrek 3 girls on the mirror. I don't even get to meet them. There's no time for sentiment. You just need to match that benefits your station and suits your political needs. Ugh. There's no way. There's no chance in hell, but please, please. I can suck your dick. Please let the centipede burst in and be like, wait, I'm an option. From what I've heard, she knows exactly what she wants and will do whatever is necessary to get it. God damn it! I thought I fixed this, Blurp. Come on. Shoot. Alright. Everyone hang 10 for a second. One moment. One moment, everyone, while I figure out why the fuck Blarp isn't working. Everybody hang. That's not what I said! One moment. Was I supposed to type pronouns? You still can. You're still able to do that. Yeah, just do join and then she or he or they, depending on whatever you want to be. Twitch extension successfully activated. Yeah, good. Your default prices. Yeah. It's whatever. I don't care about that. Oh god, why can't I hear me? There goes that. Anyone know any jokes? You know what? While I'm figuring all this out, in order to stall for time and also do something somewhat related, talk to your people, councilman. Damn, got your ass. That's really funny. Hang on. I needed something while I figure out what's up with Blurb. Yes. No idea what you're talking about. They can definitely hear you, and could the whole time.
You mean they missed all our bits?
They missed all of our bits.
They
No
missed
idea
all
what you're
of them.
talking
God,
about.
I
They
can't
can clearly hear you
believe-
the whole time.
All right, everyone, restart and say everything exactly in the order
Okay.
that we said it from the
Exactly
top.
the same.
Go ahead, go
No
ahead.
changes.
Hey,
ahead.
Malayk, I have a joke for you.
What's the joke?
What did the Vikings say to the patrician?
We surrendered the second time.
Oh, but have you seen our military score? It's so high.
But you're recently a man of faith, and would you look at our faith score?
I'd love to
Yeah,
join the
it's tied. All it
conversation.
took was one season.
I'd love to join this conversation, but you all haven't invited me in yet.
Oh, of
Oh,
course, dear
right.
Count. I made
Oh,
dinner.
and
Why don't
also,
you have some
I-
steak?
I did
yeah,
a fuck
wait
on
a
your
minute.
mom.
Oh, hey, stupid, I joined the chat.
Oh, hey,
Hey, you.
how's it going?
Hey, stupid Ed.
What's
How's
the
it
steak seasoned with, good sir?
Garlic.
I would tell my own joke to you, Malayk, but it would
I'm
probably
gonna pay the Vikings
suck.
500 to fuck off.
Hey.
Make it 1,000 and you have a deal.
Make it 1,000.
I've been able to hear all of the blurbs, but I've added one for free and messed with some stuff, so can anyone hear this other than me? Hold
Oh,
on,
I had
I'm
the
plugging
stream
in.
muted because
I-
we're
Hold on,
streaming.
hold on, hold on.
Can anyone hear this other than me?
I heard nothing.
I can hear everybody.
Has it happened
Oh,
I
yet?
didn't
on.
hear it either.
Blurp is saying, Blurp just played.
Said no.
I did not hear
No
a
one
blurb
heard that.
happen.
Why the fuck can't you guys hear it? I can hear it, and
don't know.
Streamlabs can hear it.
Do you have Streamlabs outputting it?
Yes. I think. I didn't know there was an option for sounds that aren't muted to not do that.
Yeah, so you have to put, for blurp, you have to do a web capture, right?
Yes.
And you've got that set.
Yes.
Control audio via Streamlabs desktop is
Yes.
ticked. Okay.
This has all
Did
worked
you
in
try
the
turning
past.
it off and on again?
Yep. It just hates you, I guess.
I guess it just hates me.
Desktop.
And what's not to hate?
Desktop.
Alright, I'll fight with this after this stream. I'm turning it off for now.
Okay. Are you leaving us now?
I will be in one moment. Yes.
Don't leave me alone with
Okay.
them!
That's not
It's
really...
okay. We're not forming a secret cabal.
They're icky!
Alright.
What? Hey,
Blurp has been
fuck
turned
you.
off.
Fine, I won't stream with you then.
Icky was my nickname.
Good luck,
in college.
guys! Alright, Blurp is off for this stream, and I'll figure that out off stream. Which means this can go, and this can go, and this can go for now, and this can go, this can go, and this can go. Sorry, LTL man, I just couldn't get it to work, and I have to... we gotta keep doing the stream about it. Turn that off, because it isn't currently working. And... go back here. Last thing, I swear. Alright, we're in business. What were we doing? Oh, right, I'm picking a wife. I can see the appeal, I suppose. Alright. Sleepy is my second possible wife. Excellent. An intriguing candidate. And Malek 326. Alright. Interesting. An obsessive collector of rare books. And stupidly wealthy, like all of the patricians. Very, very interesting. Hey Toasty, what's going on? Could be worse, but could be a lot better. Yeah, that's accurate for Malaic. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. If you marry her, there will be consequences. There will be consequences for marrying any of them. Interesting. Also, to anyone that hasn't done it yet, remember that you can do !join and actually be part of the game. Interesting. So here are my thoughts. I'm gonna work this out loud, even though this is a decision just for me. I have been awfully nice with the North, and as much as I'd like to keep good relationships with them, I don't want to get overly favoritive of one. There will be special real-world consequences for marrying my fiancé, Wobble the Hawk Hawk. I had not considered that. That's really funny. Ugh. See, here's the thing. In a vacuum between these three candidates, I think statistically that is the best choice. But also, I know that the defiance is going to go up for whoever I don't pick, and that pushes the patricians out of their win condition. Granted, it's only 1/3 of their win condition. I don't know. Do I... Okay, here's the choice. real world. Yeah. The other two are definitely gonna hit their marks. And all of the marks are season 4. I'm debating some things. Give me a minute to... You know what? Actually, I have to go to the bathroom so bad. So we're gonna do that. And then I'll leave you all in suspense for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I've returned. Welcome back. One and all. And I've made my decision. I am interested in keeping the peace between nations. I'm quiet because I'm speaking in a lower tone of voice. I'm interested in keeping the peace between the nations. I'm also interested in continuing my my seemingly quite strong relationship with the North, given that they are my honor guard and all of that. And I brought the good faith to them, and they responded so kindly. However, I am looking to be a man of the people. A man that can give of himself to all. And as such, the smartest thing for me to have is a rich wife. I have made my decision. I will be marrying Clovia of the Coast. Money wins again. Fuck! Real life consequences. Yeah, Malek is one of my actual friends. So, so is her new fiance. So this is gonna bite me in the ass later. But I'm the king. I have to make difficult decisions sometimes. And that is the end of the season. By royal decree... Oh, okay, this is the part that's just for me. Monarch's Golden Choice. Interesting. Or the Iron Choice. Well, Jayhawk is now on 15 hit lists, and only 12 of them are digital. Yes, that is correct. So, what the fuck am I gonna do here? I have to get rid of one of mine for this, right? Let's go with the golden choice. I will empower you all with wealth if you agree with me about stuff. Yep. Great. I love it. I'm into it. Welcome to the end of the first year, spring 949. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Rebellion, that ain't real. That's not real. Oh no, a laughing stock. People do be laughing at me, but first, I've got an invitation to the coast this time. Very interesting. Your Majesty, you absolutely must come down to the coast this year and experience the Summer Games for yourself. I got invited to the Olympics! Let's go! Nothing's ever gone wrong at the Olympics! This is a joke for my players in D&D, many of which are here. Woo! Tell me more about the Summer Games! Everyone gets drunk and goes to the arena to watch the gladiators battle it out for the title of Golden Champion. Rivers of blood and lakes of wine. Leave your inhibitions in the capital, Your Majesty. How could I... Well, actually... You know what? As much as I would like to see the Summer Olympic Games, I do need you guys back in defiance of me, so... I think I'm too busy for such nonsense. Sorry, guys. The last time I went to the Olympics, they exploded, and I'm trying to survive long enough to at least have a son, so... Speaking of, let's get married! Yay! Your wedding is naturally the talk of the kingdom, nobles and peasants alike, from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Oh yeah, they're all... I'm not in the call anymore. They were just there to fill the void. While I was dealing with stuff. The Vikings invade and crash the wedding. The Vikings are invited! Those of you working are security detail, and those of you not working are just invited to the wedding. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Clovia at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I've changed my mind! I can't do That's really funny, but no. I do. And I pronounce you king and wife. That's kind of fucked. That's kind of fucked that it's not king and queen or man and wife. All the defiance is low, but everything else is going up. That's good. After the wedding, of course, there is a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife delivers a short but heartfelt toast, expressing a wish to get to know you better. That's fair, given that we don't know each other at all. By the time you find yourself alone with Clovia, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. I must profess, I'm glad that's over. We can finally talk openly to each other now. I must admit I feel the same way. Glad to hear it. It must be difficult being king, constantly surrounded by liars. Lickspittles? But before we move on, as per the doctrine, I must ask, does anyone have anything mean to say? And flatterers. I don't know how you stand it. It's tough, but I have to do my duty. D-Dog, you're a bastard. You're a rat bastard. It's 5 minutes, right? Hold on. I gotta get my stopwatch out. Or no, timer is what I need. Okay. I've got my timer out. For anyone that's confused, D-Dog has invoked IRL word ban, and while I am allowed to say it during this explanation, as soon as I am done explaining it and start this 5-minute timer, I will not be allowed to say the word king for the next 5 minutes. Or else, I think it's push-ups. It says in the redeem. It's down there somewhere. Anyway, the time that I'm not allowed to say the word king starts now. By the 9th, I feel for you. I couldn't do it. Why? Why with all of the 9s and the gods and the 9 gods and ugh. And also, a posture check. Is it the wheel? Got it. It's the wheel. After finishing the last of the wine, you head to your separate bedchambers. It seems your wife is happy to take her time getting to know you. Good. Good decision. Excellent choice. And now everybody can laugh at me, because my authority's so low. Even though it did get a little bit better. Oh no, this is a minstrel thing. Ha! You didn't ban Majesty. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright Reginald Chickensteel has written another smash hit. All the theaters in the capital are showing it nightly. Wonderful. I love his work. I'm a big Chickensteel fan. So do I. So does everyone. But the problem is that the new play features a character obviously based on me. I don't like where this is going. The character is played by a professional clown named Biffo. At one point, a bucket of custard is upended over his head as he sits on the throne. I was under the impression that that was set so that only one could be active at once. Allow me to fix that. One moment, everyone. IRL word ban is supposed to only be able to happen one at a time. Which means that can only be redeemed every 5 minutes. And Malayek, I will refund you your points. Because I don't need to pay for something that you're not getting. That would not be cool. As soon as I remember how to do that. You know what? I'm gonna keep streaming. Mods, figure out how to do that. That's the way to do that. Anyway. Your Highness. Peasants and nobles alike are watching this play. The theaters are packed. You must put a stop to it. You simply cannot be known as Biffo. Bald doesn't work for me. I know you're making a Doug reference, but that's not... That's not how that works. See, the problem is that I like this guy's place. You know what? I'm gonna go myself. I'll see it in person. We'll just see how this feels. A shocked silence falls in the theater as heralds announce your arrival. You wave from the royal box as the actors stare up at you, clearly horrified. Pretty sure refunds aren't a thing, and you can't give them out. I know that refunds for channel points are a thing. I've done it 100 times. I just don't remember how to do it. It's been a minute. What are you waiting for? The play begins. Soon enough, the clown man arrives on stage, comedically tripping on his own robes. They somehow found an actor who looks just like you. I wonder if this might have something to do with some sort of scheme. I mean, once the sentence, you can activate this after the 5 minutes. Sure, I can, if that is what you want. I can go 1 directly into 2. But I also know for a fact that there is a way to redeem channel point refund channel point redeems. So the play begins. I said this already. Endless humiliations are heaped on this honking, squeaking parody. Finally, the play concludes with the custard-drenched man handing his crown to the deserving hero. All eyes turn to you. How do you react? Well, I don't really love either of these. But if I have to choose one of the two, I was a theater. No, it being part of another word does not count. That's not the same thing. Saying the word honking is not the same thing as saying the bad word. Anyway, I'm getting on stage. The actors shrink away from you. The audience are deadly silent. Everyone's terrified of what you'll do next. Come on. This is me we're talking about. I can take a little insulting. Happens all the time. The audience break out into relieved cheers. The actors bow before you, weeping from gratitude. Wow, that upped both of my things. And I'm free! I'm free. The timer is over. The bad word, for anyone curious, was king. Me. King Hawk. King of these realms. After that, the whole capital can talk about nothing but your good humor and mercy. There we go! This is what I was looking for. Yeah, Malaic, I will now offer you the choice. Would you like a refund of your points? Or would you like the Majesty rule to go into effect? Refund. Okay, cool. I'll sort that out later. I know it queues until there's a decision made on it, or like a month, so I'll sort that out later. The season ends. Unfortunately, for me, that means that you've all succeeded at your thing. Anchored a few miles from the sunny coast, Lady Patrician has invited her closest confidants aboard her yacht. You said you had a surprise for me? Indeed, here it is, behold. Look, it's fake me! You found a fake me! Quit babbling, you blowhard, this isn't the king. It's a peasant who's the spitting image. Remarkable and just in time. The Spymaster trusts us so much that she's not noticed that we're refitting civilian vessels into battleships. Interesting. Their army is getting armier. That means we can move to the next phase. Kidnapping the king and putting this fool in his place. Good. Good. Ooh, someone started a prediction. I'm curious what it is. Does Wobble die this year? Alright. Yeah, go ahead. Gamble those points. 30 seconds was way too short for this. How do we manage that? We need the king to be in utter chaos, bad enough that the king's abduction can slip past unnoticed. For the next stage, you need to lower my stability to 4 or less in the next 4 seasons. You're not even close. Brokering an alliance far to the north, where the snow blankets the landscapes and wolves howl in the night. The chiefs plot to bring about the end of the world. Ragnarok. Praise Morgana. Initial talks with the ice giants are going so well that they've gifted us a new patch of fertile land in the northern valleys. Ooh, farming got better. That's good for me. The gods are good. With luck, this will be the foundation of an alliance strong enough to rock the world. Aye, the ice giants are a formidable ally. Tall as buildings and limbs like tree trunks. Those southerners don't know how to fight them like we do. But first we must offer something the giants desire. A whole kingdom's worth of pillage? Just what I was thinking. If we fill the kingdom with bountiful goods and plunder, the giants won't be able to resist. For the next stage, you must raise the other region's trade to a combined total of 12 or more in 2 seasons. Currently, it's at 11. Do with that whatever you will. Late at night, 2 counts meet in the ancient stone cemetery to discuss their schemes against the king. Our grain stores are looking much more impressive than the rest of the kingdom. Yes, and I've had peasants from the coast moving onto my lands, desperate to spot. Wow, it went even up! It went up even more, that's interesting. How delightful! But won't summoning this demon be difficult? Its magic is beyond our usual fare. The walls of reality are sturdy, but they can be weakened. A tide of blood must swallow this kingdom in its wake. Chaos. For the next stage of their scheme... Fuck! Shit! Alright! They both have the same goal! Alright, Northerners, we're gonna have to work together on this one. We've been homies, Northerners. We've been absolute G's with each other. Ugh. We're gonna have to be G's again. Alright, that's the end of the season. I offer an accord! Speaking of accords, a new plague, shark attacks, and some third thing. Jesus, things are fucked in the coast. Ugh. Alright, let's see what this other one is. Contested wreck. An opportunity, your esteemed highness. A Kurth ship sunk last week just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Kurth vessels are always full of valuable things. Wait. It might be off your coast, but it's in our waters, by the old gods. In fact, it's closer to our city of Burgett than any of yours. But you ceded those waters years ago in exchange for a chest of silver. You were having money problems, your esteemed highness. Esteemed council, don't let this liar fool you. Alright, so, we can allow the patricians to salvage the ship, which has a 70% chance of success. We can allow the chiefs to do it. We can salvage the ship but return any bounty to Kurth, which will up defiance probably for everyone, or for both of you. And we can leave the wreck alone. I don't have a huge amount of authority, so that's probably going to fail, but that might be bad for all of us. So what do we feel like? What are we thinking here? Good councilmen, make your pitches. Obviously the patricians want theirs. The chiefs want to have. Both of you are in cahoots, or are opposed, but of the same mind for yourselves. What do we feel like? I'm hearing A or C from the counts. Here is my pitch to all of you. Patricians, you clearly want this ship. This ship clearly has some valuables in it. Northerners, I think you want the trade of other regions to be higher. I think A might actually be good for all of us. So I think we could all come together and vote for A. What do you feel about that? And since we're all working together, I think that we can have a little bit of unity. Get your votes in! Ring a ding ding, get your votes in! A notable lack of purple votes. Alright! Oh, maybe purple wasn't... Oh, wow! Last second swing. Alright. Interesting. Oh, are you guys able to keep voting even though the time is past 0? You are! Interesting. Very interesting. You're allowed to keep voting after the time ends, as long as I don't hit continue. That's good to know. I decide when to close voting. Interesting. I have to leave it open for 30. Very interesting. I am a little upset. I actually think this is still going to give it to me because it's 5 out of 10 votes. I'm going to be a little upset if it doesn't give me the stability because this went to the wrong place. But, alas, on we go. Burr, burr. We will be leaving the wreck alone. Leave it alone, but what of the bounty? The riches! Oh, wow, we actually succeeded. 40% roll, let's go. Though everyone protests the decision, word arrives in Burgett that a rogue salvage team is eaten by sharks and dashed across the reef while trying to receive the thing. Cool! Straight up, nothing happened. That event doesn't exist. Sharks, you say? The more you know. Upsetting news from the coast, Your Majesty. Several peasants have been killed by a shark. I've already sent your condolences. You can't close my beach! Excuse me? The beach is vital for coastal tourism. You can't close it just because a few people got the wrong end of the fish. Well, now I want to close it. Do you expect attacks to continue? No. No, I'd like to close it, thanks. You can't. I'll take this all the way to the council. Oh, God. What if you didn't, though? Okay. The options are... Okay, so there is a cooldown on stuff. Keep the beach open, which brings everything down. Hire an adventurer to hunt down the man-eater. Shut down the beach, which will bring everything up, except for trade. And turn the shark itself into a tourist attraction. Defiance down, trade up, and wealth up. Yeah, okay. I have been a man of the people this whole time. Absolutely not. Good luck! No chance we're doing that one. I think you guys should hire an adventurer. I think it's samurai time. I could see that costing me a lot of money, actually. And that might be bad. I'll leave the votes open. I am a just and noble king. There's still time for votes. Guys, remember, stability is only 2 of the 3 options. One of you does not care about stability. One of you cares about the trade of other nations. Interesting, interesting. Kind of swinging towards B now. Who dares? I think we've reached the end of the voting. I'm going to give this 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Come see the fancy shark. He's got teeth so good. The coast is now cordial. Genius will flip it on its head. The patricians immediately mount an impressive public relations campaign. Come to Prosper Beach, see the world-famous man-eating shark. Thrill seekers welcome. name him Jeff. Interesting. So, more people are dying than ever. Fuck! But at least they've all signed waivers. Everyone's happy, especially the shark, which grows very fat indeed. You know what? I'm okay with this. There will be no curb stomping of our sweet baby Jeff the shark. Trade is now dominant. I can't believe we got a everyone's happy people are dying outcome. And some of the patricians got wealthier. Yay. Now remember, the green and purple among you. The goal for blue is your trade being high, specifically higher than 12, and right now it's at 13. I don't see you guys getting below 4 this cycle, so you guys might wanna hurt your trade a little bit. Just putting it out there. Although your farming stands to get even better. Although I don't think the plague is gonna help with that. Your esteemed highness, the coast has been struck with plague, and not just any plague, a dancing plague. Explain this to me. It affects everyone, even dogs and cats. We don't know how it started, but it's spreading quickly. Whole villages are dancing themselves half to death. Alright. We can quarantine the affected villagers and bring down trade. We can pass a law that forbids dancing, which ups authority, drops stability, and ups defiance. Or we can let it be. How bad is dancing anyway, which drops stability and drops defiance. So, I would like to remind the lot of you, C would be the worst for me. But, I would like to make the point that, I would like to make the point that I am nowhere near winning right now. Blue is considerably closer to winning than I am. So while I understand the instinct to just dog on the streamer, I think it behooves green and pink to pick A. And to incentivize that even more, I'm going to make it golden. You will be paid for picking A. You individually. So you can get money, and you can take out the person that's actually winning right now. I will remind you all that if one of the factions that isn't you wins, it's exactly the same as me winning. You either win or you don't. Reminder that you straight up gain money for voting on A. Vote, 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 vote. Obviously all of the blues... Notice how all of the blues are going for C. Clearly you don't want to agree with the blues. They're the ones that are winning. Interesting throwaway vote from Arwak. Votes are still coming in, though. We'll give it a little time. Give that a little more time. Going once. Going twice. Alright. Alas, no money for those on A. Because you didn't win. That's crazy. There was coordination from blue, and there was not coordination from the other colors. Sometimes that's all it be. Alright, dance it up, guys! Why not let it spread? Soon half the kingdom is dancing around the clock as the plague hits other regions, including the capital. This is not good. This is all bad. That wasn't too bad. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. Alright, we've got another auction. Welcome to the auction. Voted, if you will. Yeah. Blues seem to be very united. Greens and purples, you gotta start working together. Your options are stability up, military down, military up, Authority up. Trade up. Stability down. I will remind you that the Blues are probably going to be going for trade up about as hard as they can. It might be good to get some other things. I understand that you don't want to give stability. Blues, you might be able to throw a wrench in everyone else's plan, given that they just tried to throw a wrench in your plan. We've been kind of working together. I'd appreciate that a little bit. There's not currently a way to get trade down, but do with that whatever you will. The others seem kind of unnecessary, although I assume the third step for blue is going to be military up. So bringing them go from military down with B might be a good play for you guys. I don't know. But the auction begins. I would certainly appreciate A, since the Blues have been kind of working with me and I've been working with the Blues. I'm not... Obviously, I have my my own goals, but just because they are my goals doesn't mean they're not also beneficial for you. Seeming like B and F are working together quite well. But a big... Oh, wow. F's huge now. It's going to take a lot to get E back in the field. If any of the Blues want to go for that, that's the thing to help you guys out. Or rather, to keep your enemies from advancing. Do with that whatever you will. Still some considerable coin to be thrown around, though. And time to do it. Wow! E screaming into the lead at the last second. It's going to be E and F. I'm a little bummed that F overtook B, but I'm okay with that. Say la vie. This is actually all bad for me, I'm realizing. About my heir. It's time to have a kid. Your marriage to Clovia has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough, and you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. That's a bummer. She cares more about her stupid books than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Damn, that sucks. There was nothing I could have done about that. I want to be a good husband. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Felt more like a life sentence than a wedding. No, I'm very happy, thank you. Your happiness isn't as important. My mom sucks! My mom sucks. I'm glad you found a way to have both. Oy. You've done well so far, but something's still missing, an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of your many cousins. I'm pretty sure I have a bastard child lying around somewhere. No, I want to be parents. I want to be actual parents. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I can arrange for you to take a month off from ruling. Yeah, I don't need Defiance getting any higher is the real game reason I did that. Legends Rising. What the hell could that mean? I haven't really done anything. You're aware of the ice giants, I hope. Brutish creatures that live in the frozen wastes beyond our northern borders. In a time before time, they ruled the north and kept people as slaves. The chiefs are willing to let bygones be bygones. They're forging an alliance with the giants to bring down your kingdom. Ice giants? It's even worse than I thought. What are the chiefs offering to the overgrown monsters? Or they're all mad, every one of them. What are they offering? My intelligence suggests that the chief have offered up the kingdom as plunder for the giants when the time comes. Wow, the spy master is on your ass. Even ice giants can sense a lucrative opportunity. What am I supposed to do, Tank? Our military is not horrible. Can we take them in a fight? It's difficult to determine. Perhaps the marshal could provide a more precise answer, but I would imagine not. Alright. We haven't fought the giants in centuries. Only the chiefs know how, and they aren't likely to tell us. Only the chiefs... I just read that. The two of them combined would be a formidable foe, even the most well-equipped army. Alright. Lads. Lads who are not blue. We had this once before, and the blues were really organized, and the everyone else was not. So, Here are our options. Send tribute to the ice giants, which brings trade down, which is what you guys want. Authority down, which is kind of irrelevant. And defiance up, which, sucks for me. Build a great wall, which just delays the scheme, which is good for everyone but blue. Or trust in the strength of our arms to defeat them, which is great for blue and terrible for the rest of us. I think the answer is A. Although I don't mind B. I'm not in love with A, but it seems the best of the bunch. So, you know what? No, yeah, I think I would rather... This is just going to kick the deadline. This is going to kick the actual goalpost. I think I'd rather kick the goalpost. So, as a reward for voting correctly, money. Money for you if you vote A. Money for you. Money. Money for you if you vote A. Mainly because I don't like the money one. I'm looking to get rid of it. Alright, there we go. The voting is closed. We will send some tribute to the Ice Giants and become friends with them. Tribute to Ice Giants? Have you lost your mind? No. Jesus Christ. Okay. Trade went down, trade went down, trade went down. Defiance went up by 3, and my authority went down by 1. Okay. None of this is great, but... certainly ruffled a few feathers, but hopefully it means you've slowed the Chiefs on own giant courting tactics. That was a bigger hit than I would have liked. Let's check out the Dancing Fever. Still good. Yeah, unfortunately that did bring the trade down to 12. Which is their goal, and therefore not good. Noble patrician, anime something, stands before you, hopping frantically from one foot to the other. The plague, your august majesty, it's spreading. Why, I think I've been affected myself. Get them out of here. Where did you learn those moves? You think I should do something about it, I assume. Indeed, you need to do something or we'll dance ourselves to death. This may look fun, but trust me, it's anything but. Yeah, okay, we gotta fix some shit. Oh, there's 2 stability downs, damn it. Order the nobles to hide in their castles and wait it out. Nope, that's terrible. But it does bring trade down, but it also brings stability down, and I don't want to do that. Hire a wizard to sort it out. Hella money. Or infect the nobility as a show of solidarity. No, that's even worse. Okay. This is all bad. None of this is good. Okay, we're getting rid of C. Guys, there's this bitchin' wizard. He's really cool. We should check out the wizard. We should go hang out in Wizard Town. Wizards are really cool. We like wizards a lot. Wizards are rad. I like wizards. I think wizards are cool. Wizards are pretty cool. It's a tie! Which means I think I get to pick, right? Yes! I get to pick wizards! Wizardliness. Take so much money. When she finally arrives, Pestia is clad in tightly wrapped black silks and wears a face mask that resembles the skull of a giant rodent. Her voice is dark and croaky. I heard you were having a plague problem, Your Majesty. Not just any plague, the dancing plague. That explains the bouncy watchman on the way in. I thought he was happy to see me. Not every day I get such a warm welcome. I didn't know about ads! Oh well. You can imagine. I'm an expert in plagues and pestilence, but not of the dancing kind. You must know something that can help. You've hired me, so I will do what I can, but I make no promises. As Pestia leaves the throne room, accompanied by a cloud of flies, you pray to the ninth god you will find a cure soon. Please. Alright, the season ends, which I think is really bad for me, because I think this was when the North, somewhere along the coast, Lady Patrician is accompanied by a close friend. The kingdom is at peace, and everyone's looking to our new scandal to what? The kingdom is at peace, and everyone's looking for a new scandal to focus on. Not exactly the right climate to abduct a king. I could finally publish my memoirs if you think that would cause enough distraction. Alas, I am not allowed to turn off stream ads. That's not how it works. No, I don't think that'll do it. We need total chaos across the whole kingdom. Otherwise, I just would. You underestimate the impact of my memoirs. The patricians aim to lower stability. Yeah, you guys still need to get it to 4 or less. Back in the north, Chief LTL Man is hosting yet another feast at his clan hall. Meat is being passed around in good measure, and some chiefs are dancing on the tables. Patricians, you guys really kind of fucked me on the whole trade thing. AI Seeker! Pass me the drink, you old lout! I'm drinking until my ancestors feel it! Were those ice giants I saw on my way through your lands? Have we really done it? Your eyes don't deceive you, lad. They'll be marching with us come the morrow. Yeah, somebody give a shout if ads are happening again and I can not do a time-sensitive vote during it. The gods are good, but what happens after the ice giants march? Acts of my ancestors, I hadn't thought about that. Someone fetch me another drink, then assemble the other chiefs. Quickly, damn you! Alright, Blue. Do you let the ice giants fight alone and swoop in to the kingdom's rescue? Or do you march with them and lower stability? Interesting. Do you want low authority or low stability? I could see either of these being smart for you. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's only 4 of you. Okay. Now, Blue, I think this may have backfired on you a bit. Remember green and purple. This is their win the game condition. So if you do this, they will win and you will lose. Your threshold to get there is 4. Their threshold is more bones. Ale sloshes all over the place. Yeah. We'll sort it out when we're done pillaging. For now, let's party. We do need to make sure the kingdom is sufficiently unstable. Don't forget, or they'll unite and repel us. Ice giants or no. For the final... Okay. We don't have 3-tier plans. Yes, everyone has 3 tiers. Everyone has to get through 3 steps to win. You guys are on level 2. They're on level 3. Alright, guys, let's spite the chiefs and help the monarch. Here's the thing, you're not spiting the chiefs. You're helping yourselves. You are keeping yourselves from losing. Like, take me out of it for a moment. If stability gets below 5, then the Chiefs just win, which means everybody else loses. What happened? The kingdom's meant to be a whirlpool of chaos by now. It's more like a whirlpool of smiles and hugs. No demon will come anywhere near it. The count's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Yeah. Won't that always be the case? Technically, yes. Which means it would be smart of you to pivot to the alternate win condition of anarchy. To do that, your defiance needs to be higher than my highest number, stability or authority. That is the alternate win condition. For now, though, I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm doing with taxes. I kinda need some money. Yeah, I kinda need some money. So we're gonna... That brings me to the positive. One person cruel brings me to the positive. Believe you can also lower stability, get it next season, and try to raise it back above 5. That's true. When do the... No, it's just... all of you, your condition right now is just to do it. So it'll check every season. So it's a nuclear, I may know, but I can make you loose with all of me. Yeah, things are sticky. What the hell do I do here? Oh, because your trade is how you guys get extra money. Alright, that's interesting. Other nobles gain 200. So everyone's got a little extra cash. Alright. Your defiance, I don't want... Actually, do I want... No, I don't want all three of you united in defiance against me, so... We're gonna... You guys seem to be leaning towards you want defiance. So I'm actually gonna help you guys, and also help myself, by giving you guys cruel taxes. And we'll leave you here. And just remember that I'm choosing to help you guys here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, this one seems the easiest. There's a wild beast! Your Highness, I bring ill tidings from the north. Wildlife has gone berserk in rural areas. They're attacking villages and travelers all across the region. Hey, NBC, it's your campaign. Tell me more about these creatures. They're great hulking beasts, clearly twisted by magic. Some say they walk and talk like people. The northern warriors are afraid, and they say the creatures are a dark omen, a sign of the end. What if these are just guys? Blood and stars, what's gotten into these chiefs that they can't handle a few wild animals? The other regions have plenty of their own problems, your race. No one wants to march up to the frozen north for something like this. Then what am I to do? Point of order, your highness. The Church of the Ninth God could provide shelter for those who need it. All will be welcome, whether they are adherents to the true God or not. It's the least we could do. Or, if you can afford it, send a detachment of mercenaries who aren't afraid of a few wild bears. They should put an end to this crisis. Alright, tell the northerners that they must fend for themselves, which is defying up, authority down, farming down. Hire mercenaries to bolster the northern forces, which will boost the northern's military. That sounds like a terrible decision. Or instruct the northerners to seek refuge in the Ninth God's churches, which will boost their faith and drop their farming. Question mark. Nothing here affects stability. Why are we burning it all down? But it seems like you guys are pretty united about A. No, it's actually a good thing for you to remain united. You guys want stability high other than blue. So, because that keeps blue from winning. Do that whatever you will. Yeah, I kind of don't love any of these options, but I'm alright with A. Purity through flames, alright. There you go. The voting is closed. I will take my extra point of stability, thanks. Oh my god, their defiance got so much higher! Why did that jump so much? You explained that pest control is not usually part of the king's mandate, but the chiefs do not agree. Strange beasts continue to ravage the northern countryside, continually eluding any soldiers sent after them. At the very least, their attacks lessen with time. Okay. Let's get some blood money. Excuse me? Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the north. Really? Because you're looking at me like you've swallowed a wasp. Things must have changed. That's funny. Yeah, I figured that was a timing thing. Alright, I guess you look like you've swallowed a wasp. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood, an offer which I definitely didn't accept. That's really funny. I'm confused. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. Glad that's cleared up. Let's celebrate all this good news with some wine. Hang on. I'm starting to think you mean the opposite of what you say. Or, let's fetch the court physician to see if we can lift your curse. Let's see. I like farming. But I don't like farming yet. Do I help the North? This person from the North. Faith down. Faith doesn't really matter. Farming up. This seems like... Yeah, this seems like just good. Glad that's all cleared up. I think it looks unaccountably miserable during your drinking session. What's his problem anyway? Come harvest time, the farms yield a lot more grain than they used to, and the peasants are happier. In fact, everything's going great. Cool. There are some complaints about priests going missing, of course, and the churches keep burning down, but you can't have everything. They didn't want to be faith. They like their own gods anyway. Oh, and now a taxing issue. Your Majesty, help us. Chief Stupidhead of the North has been bleeding us dry, yes? Not literally, I hope. No, I'm making use of a common idiom, Your Majesty. Good, good. Our taxes are 10 times higher than they've ever been. I can't even afford to feed me cows. It's true, Your Majesty. Chief Stupidhead has been taxing his peasants at least twice as much as the next highest noble. It's been a hard year, Your Greatness. I've barely any gold in my vault. I'm just doing what I can to stay afloat. What about the poor peasants' cows? This is a matter for council consideration, or you're clearly having a hard time. I'll let you off. Well, not that one. Defiance down, though. Nah. This is a matter for the council's consideration. Yeah, this is a matter for the council's consideration. Council! Council! Would you like to throw Stupidhead in the dungeon and teach him a lesson, which will raise my authority, up their defiance, and lower, I think, Stupidhead's wealth specifically. Allow him to keep overtaxing, defiance down, farming down, or have a royal tax collector take over the taxing duties, which will up defiance, up my treasury, and down blue wealth. So, A or C, what do we feel? Money. What do I want out of this? Defiance up, defiance down, farming down, wealth up. Everything's gonna refresh after this, so I think the answer is... I think I'm gonna... well... You guys seem to be agreeing with an A. I think I sense a rebellion coming. From the Blue Boys. And I would very much like Purple and Green's help in quelling if there was some rebellion. So seeing as you seem to be majority A, I'm going to offer you all a bit of money to do the thing you already wanted to do as a show of good faith. And, Stupidhead, if you vote to throw yourself in the dungeon, you'll at least get a bit of money back. You'll lose less. Oh, nope. I said that too late. Alright. Damn, money for everyone. Alright. On we go. Money for all, except for Stupidhead, who is thrown in the dungeon. Gods be good, not the dungeon! Why, why would you take the side of some poxy common folk? Have you not been paying attention? That's my whole thing. Sorry, Stupidhead. No money for you. Welcome to the council, Stupidhead the Second. Rest in peace, Stupidhead the First. Gone, but not forgotten. Now, here's the real question, because I think they're going to have the option to do it here. First of all, what do I get? Reverse voting, Monarch's vote, which is terrible, and anonymous. Alright, it's reverse voting, or I can take none of them. Veto, golden choice, call for unity. We're gonna go with reverse voting in place of golden choice. Alright, now a moment of truth. You guys, the blue guys are officially good enough to rebel. Would you like to? One or more regions is considering a rebellion. Rebellion will stop the region from advancing their scheme, and they can't be taxed or take part in normal votes. Be aware. But that doesn't happen right here. It's just letting you know that now you have the option to rebel. That doesn't necessarily mean that you should, but you can. Don't do it just because it's there. Think about if you want to do it or not. Anyway, let's go check out your shoddy weapons. The latest batch of weapons delivered to the army in the north is unacceptable, Your Majesty. We can't train our soldiers because the blades break like glass when they hit a sack of straw. Welcome, Zilios. As a reminder, lowering stability is still the blue people's hard win condition. So green and purple, you probably shouldn't do that. We can't train our soldiers because the blades break like glass, and then they hit a sack of straw. Is there an issue with our supplier? Damn right there is. The last 4 batches have been like this. Alright. They win if it gets too low, right? Yes. Yes, blue wins if stability gets below 5. Or below 4. No, 6. Below 6. 5 or lower. Oh. Thanks for the prime sub, Zilios. Whose military does this affect? Blue. Blue's military. Who is theoretically about to be an open rebellion, so this would probably be a good thing to put down. We definitely should not do this one. In fact, we're not doing that one. Yeah. Authority up doesn't really change much. Military down, because it'll specifically be for blue, is going to help everyone that isn't blue. Do with that whatever information you will. So what happens if they win the rebellion? They win the game in a different way. Yeah, the 2 ways for you guys to win are complete your scheme or go into active rebellion and win the rebellion. Those are your 2 options. Give everyone a little moment. Alright, there's not enough people playing to swing this vote. We can move on. Whee! But also remember, blue, if you decide to rebel, you don't get to vote on regular things anymore. So, consider that as well. And you're pretty close to winning. Just the regular way. Their military is now capable. They'll just have to be wary of scarecrows. More beast attacks. And... Ah! Please fix the dancing whatever. Your Majesty, I have returned. Tell me you can fix the plague, please. I'm afraid it's far too late to contain the spread. It's clear that this was caused by an irresponsible use of magic, not by flea or rat. Still, there are a few options. I can inoculate your highness and household for a small fee, then you can wait out the rest of this plague in peace. What are my other options? I can also attempt to break the original spell. I discovered that it came from a monastery of all places deep inside the coast. It will be a difficult procedure, you understand, very risky, and I will require further compensation. Pay her to break it, stability up, trade up, treasury way down. Order the patricians to pay for it, stability up, defiance up. Trade down, wealth down for you guys. That's bad. I am curious who's responsible, but I think I'm most interested in just defending my country. So, I'm willing to pony up to help the people. The ceremony is a brief affair, but the stench it leaves in the palace is unbearable. You worry it may never go away. The plague breaks overnight. People weep openly in the streets, and their torment come to an end. The whole kingdom celebrates with a day of rest, known from now on as the Day of Stillness. There's no dancing as part of the festivities, however. They've had enough of that. And more beast attacks. You must do something about this wild animal problem, Your Highness. It's getting out of control. Is this the beast that we're attacking in the north? Yes, only now they've migrated and are ravaging our farmlands. Oh no! I wouldn't rule out the possibility of a ploy by the chiefs. Those heathens have no respect for their neighbor. You know what? That kind of feels correct. I tried to warn you. You can't blame us for that. Oh yeah? Did you try to warn us, Chief Stupidhead the Second? This is the first line you've said in the whole game. And your dad's in jail. Settle down, both of you. We'll just have a vote on the issue. Alright. We can't do that one. So, we can either let the counts deal with it themselves, 50-50, or we can denounce the chiefs for letting this happen, which will raise their defiance, which they like, and drop their stability, which they like. Oh, yeah. Chief Stupidhead sounds more like an insult than a title. Yeah. It seems like we just hope and pray that the counts can deal with this themselves. And it's a twofer, so reverse voting doesn't matter. I might as well use this one. B, if you believe. If you believe in the counts. Surely vampires can be, I mean, regular citizens that are wonderful can help with this. Also, depending on how hard this rocks stability, it might just outright win for blue teams, so... Really? I'm shocked that that has 3 votes in non-blue colors. Why? I'm interested why. Oh yeah, the prediction went off. I did not die on that round. Alright, on we go. At least my stability got higher before it gets lower. Yeah, there it is. Interesting. Stats cap at 10. Good to know. Okay, that actually wasn't too bad. I'm rolling in mice. There you go. If someone is going to start another prediction, make sure it has a voting time of longer than 30 seconds. When they hear this, the other counts are predictably enraged at the chiefs. The relations sour between the two regions. Okay. Wait, what? Why is this happening? Alright, apparently there was... Somehow we picked both? Question mark? The counts proved no match for the frightfully organized beast. The East is devastated. Sorry, the East. But, that is the end of the season. Apparently the East had a bad time with those beasts, even though we were like, fuck you, the North. On to the rebellion report. You didn't help us toss us out, now you're getting cooked like a rotisserie chicken. Oh. Alright, it's the end of the season. Bankruptcy looms. My heir! Yes, give me an heir. Let me at least get this part done. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... Ah! My daughter. Queen shit going on in here. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Something. Your Serene Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Hawk the Second. I do not have another option. Marvelous. I'm sure Little Hawk the Second will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Man, I would have liked to actually name them something. Congratulations on fighting there. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Hail Queen shit! What the fuck is Vlathander? Your Majesty, the creatures that have been ravaging our countryside, they're Ulthrander. Bless you. Ulthrander, your greatness. People of the north turn into horrible creatures through ancient ritual. Were-beasts. We should act swiftly then. Wait, your Majesty, there's something else you should know. They're fanatics. They attack us because they believe we've turned against our old gods. They wish to see the influence of your ninth god completely eradicated in the north. Alright. Your archbishop is incensed, but you calm him with a wave of your hand. A vote must be called. We can ban all pagan practices in the north, which will up their defiance, which is already maxed out, up my authority, and up their faith. Sure. I can't believe we've got werewolves. Or we can invite the beast folk to the capital for an audience. That seems like a really bad idea, so... Enjoy your many choices. Enjoy your many, many choices. Let's just, yeah, there we go. We got one vote in. On we can go. Remember, if none of you voted, it was going to be a tiebreaker that comes down to me to decide. You can't stunlock me here. Voting is closed. One vote! It would have been funny, I'll give you that. It's clear that direct action must be taken. You ban worship of all but the ninth god in the north, and strong-arm the chiefs into enforcing the decree. Villages burned, shrines destroyed, families are turned against one another, yikes. At least, soon they're coming after anyone with a slightly hairy chest. As northerners begin to convert in droves, the influence of the old god wanes, and the Ulthrander with them. You hope it was necessary, as the chiefs are not likely to forget about this anytime soon. Which one is the ninth god? Great question. We'll decide that at the end. Based on stats. Bankruptcy looms. What if it doesn't? Where did it all go? What do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, or sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. I own the royal mint. I don't care. Make more coin. I can give myself $10,000, and that definitely won't backfire at all, I swear. Take a hefty loan that I'll have to pay back. Crack open some tombs, which will drop stability and up defiance. Or sell off some jewelry from the wealthier nobles. Probably that one, right? Yeah. You guys can stand apart with some of your money. You auction off dozens of necklaces, 5 gold rings, and a jeweled scepter to the nobles. Oh, to the nobles. I'm selling fancy, nice things to you. Never mind. Oh, look at this tiara. Fetching, isn't it? Don't mind if I do. There you go. Hey, check out this scepter. It's like I'm the king. There you go. Enjoy your fancy new stuff, guys. And that is the end of another season, Summer of 50. And now we can start the auction. Hey guys, letting the Chiefs get A done, really bad idea. Getting B done, great idea. And green, you guys are wealthy. Farming down, irrelevant. Stability down, not really good for anyone. Authority down, authority up. Yeah. B is the thing that seems to be the way to go for anyone that isn't blue. Their military needs to be weaker, because I think they're I think maybe they actively did rebellion. Question mark. Anyway, the auction begins. Good lord! Someone is dumping money. Others dropping my stability. I see the vision. Yet others voting for A. Alright, alright. You know, it'd be pretty cool if you funded E. E'd be pretty cool. I'd like E. I'd like it if E happened. A little extra authority on my behalf. Right now it's gonna be B and C, although D is very close behind. If you want to get a little bit of D going on, you'll be able to swing the vote. 3, 2, 1. Time, it seems, is up. All right, their military got worse, and their farming got worse. I don't love that, but it is true. All right, Blue is in an active state of rebellion. Good to know. Victory points are earned through events. If the rebels are victorious, the monarch is overthrown, which is only good for the rebels. And remember, only one rebel can win. So, choosing to be a second rebel is usually not a winning strategy, but could be. I suppose let's address the elephant in the room. At long last, the Chiefs have reached their boiling point. I'm a little upset that the past 2 seasons didn't give me a single chance to drop the Defiance at all. Because I only needed it to go down 1 and Rebellion wouldn't have been an option. Anyway, the Chiefs of the North will rip that false crown from your head. Yeah, alright, sure. This is a formal declaration of war. Oh, wait, no, this is actually kind of bad. Next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. Seize him! Alright, I'll see your head on a spike. Yeah, authority's the one I care less about. Chief T-Dog strides from the throne room without looking back. Didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. Consider, stupid head, that the game straight up did not give me an option to work with you guys for like the past 3 seasons. What are our chances against the rebels? The Chiefs are formidable, but not undefeatable. I hope they don't persuade any other regions to join their rebellion. How did things get this bad? The leader is Chief AI Seeker. As reasons for the uprising, he's citing a history of petty transgressions against the Chief. Is it urge to murder? Rising? Wait, aren't they your personal guard? Yes, they are! And I thought they would, you know, be happy about that. And then, apparently, they didn't. Is it too late to apologize? So it's Civil War. On we go. Can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Alright, Marshall, I'm gonna need you to really happen. Alright, opening strike. No, I'll be fine. For sure. Definitely. Definitely fine. Give us one thing. You didn't ask for anything! Too long have those bastards of the crown held us down. Yeah, war stuff. Aye! Now's the time to take up axes and fight back. Morgana is with us. We'll burn their churches. I just converted you guys to the military. Yeah, next time ask to be his wife. Yeah! Now I ask you, brave chiefs of the Free North, where will we strike first? You can launch a preemptive strike against the patricians to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the counts may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the king's authority is low. Or finally, we could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. Dishonorable, of course, but convenient. Oh, okay, you don't get to wait. Oh no. Well, one of them's a guaranteed. Do you want to fight the Greens? Do you want to try and assassinate me? Or do you want to ask the Purples for help? The Purples who have not been helping you this whole game. It's 100% chance that it's gonna happen. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna be good for you. It probably will, but I seem to remember there being 4 of you. Give this one more moment. I'm sure all of these will be bad for me, but... yeah, wow. Amazing. They succeeded. Don't roll a 0. Good work, guys. You smuggle a secret message to the counts. Dignified counts, too long have you suffered under the king's oppression. Your Easterners are a proud people. Why are you putting up with this tyrant? Join us. He speaks truly. Fuck! Sleepy, you betrayed me! The counts are emboldened. They can only act on it if their defiance is high enough, which now it is. That's actually fine, though, because it was already high. So here's the thing. Just so you're aware, if the counts also go into rebellion, the odds that either one of you win becomes 50-50 at most. Right now, I think the Chiefs would win rebellion, so it's probably a bad call for the counts to join in said rebellion. Just so you're aware. And also there's peasants. Counts are a swing vote. Yes, counts are a swing vote, certainly. Deep in the mountains, a group of rebel chiefs have gathered to discuss the Civil War. With them are spies, a cluster of nondescript northern citizens in ordinary clothes. Hello, noble warriors. I trust Morgana watches us this day. I also trust Morgana doesn't like the thought of King Hawk sitting all smug-like on the throne. I haven't done that once! That's true. The chiefs can no longer complete their scheme. So you guys are able to continue doing your scheme. But, if you go into active rebellion, you lock yourself out of doing the scheme. Keep that, be aware of that. It's precisely why I invited you here. We know the patricians are in the king's pocket, but are they common folk? Lord Patrician Zilios the Undying has amassed a vast wealth, even in this time of conflict. I doubt it's shared with the ordinary people of the coast. Our spies should spread the word. We'll be kinder to the peasants than Lord Patrician Zilios Undying and his corrupt compatriots. The gods are good. Let us decide how to proceed. All right, Blue, what do you got? Promise riches to the coast. Set aside bountiful harvest for the coast. Give a huge amount of actual money to the coast. Or use the spies to improve our tactical military position instead. Remember that sea helps your enemies, but the other ones don't have great chances of succeeding. Yeah. B seems to be your best possible option here. Interesting. Going with C. Okay. Remember, if the other people complete their schemes before you win the war, you lose. We need the military if we're going to fight. That's true. Give a huge amount of actual money. Some chief's wealth has decreased. It's not long before the plan bears fruit. Droves of peasants make a dangerous trek to the north, a golden glint in their eyes. There you go. As the troops clean their weapons, make repairs, and heal their wounds, one thing's for sure, they'll soon have a chance for some action. Hopefully there will be enough of a kingdom left for them to enjoy once this is over. Alright. That is the end of the season. I'm not allowed to tax you. I am pretty good on money, but also stability is pretty low. So, and it's only going to get lower. Here is my pitch to all those listening that are not blue, because at this point, fuck them, they're in rebellion. I will, if your defiance is high, that leads to more options, or more likelihood of you lowering stability, which you guys want. And also, you guys joining the rebellion would be bad for you, and also bad for me, but it would be bad for everyone. It would only be good for blue. So, if I were to cruel tax the both of your defiance would get higher. It would be easier to drop stability and move on to your final thing of the scheme. It would also make it easier for you guys to go into rebellion, which I'm saying is a bad thing, and I'm actively trying to help you here, as well as myself, I have to be honest. This would be good for me. It would also be good for you. I'm saying I want to work with you guys to win the war, and then we can get back to our back and forth bullshit. The kingdom is in rebellion. The first to earn 5 points will win. Points come out of events, so they need to win events. Mustering an army, keeping them sweet, and a great battle. Let's go visit my friends, the Counts, over in the east. You must have noticed the Counts aren't happy. Yes, I'm aware. Remarkably, that was on purpose. The rebels have a keen eye. They'll take advantage of the situation. If the East joins the rebellion, we'll be in serious trouble. Yes, that's definitely true. The East will also be in serious trouble, though. Very well. When you call the council, the counts whisper amongst themselves, glancing in your direction. How long will this take? Each minute I spend away from my lands, I sense the chief's approach. Yes, it's not been the easiest time for any of us. I just hope we can all have a productive time. Yes, okay. So, how can the crown encourage the counts to keep fighting for the royal cause? How do I keep you guys on our side? This is probably going to be looking to lower your defiance. Which, as previously stated, we both kind of don't care about. So you can ignore it entirely. I have other things to do, which will up your defiance. It's already maxed out, but this is basically the nothing happens option. We can appoint some counts as military advisors, which is almost certainly not going to work because you've got a military strength of 2. You could provide funds to the eastern farmers, which will drop my money, up your farming, your military, and drop your defiance. That kind of seems good for everyone. Granted, the farming will help me, but your military being higher will help us win the war. Or pay the counts extravagant amounts for their help. I pay even more, you guys get some money, defiance goes down, and stability goes down. None of this is good for me. And C kind of seems like your best option other than that. So I'm going to veto D and hope that you guys will realize that C is good for both of us and bad for the rebels. And it means if we pass the stability check and the counts and patricians are no longer have a reason to work together. Also that. That is true. This is a lot of money for me to lose early on when I'm actively doing a war, and I don't want to lose the war to lack of money, because then you guys both lose anyway. Do with that whatever you will. I feel like I've made a strong, logical case for C. How that is not great, but good for both of us, and bad for blue. I didn't steal shit. I taxed them heavily and they were into it. Which is terrible. Which is a terrible situation. If this weren't a game, that would be such an uncool thing to do. Alright, there we go. I appreciate you all thinking with your minds and not with your hearts. They didn't have a choice. I understand that. It was still good for them. You have the treasurer arrange the funds, and after a few weeks she comes to you regarding the eastern farms. Stupid head, I don't like the rich people! Pleased to say that crops are thriving in the east. An army marches on its stomach, and now the troops march with a step of confidence. Hell yeah. You can only hope their good mood lasts. Alright, we like that. Remember, purple, you guys do have the option to rebel. You only need one person to do it, but it's a bad idea for you. You might disagree with me, but I feel like I made a pretty compelling case. Anyway, let's do a fight about it. Shouldn't have thought of that where you kept a monarchy, you cuck. I didn't have a choice! I don't want to be a king! I'd much rather be a president! Vast armies darken the landscape like the shadows of clouds. Flags are flying. Drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. I don't really like that either. I'd like to go out and do the war about it. Your Majesty, the Army of the North is advancing on the capital, led by that treacherous Kerr chief AI seeker. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the coast. If they march now, they'll intercept the chiefs in a matter of days. Their army's not stellar. Alternately, they could join forces with the east. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the chiefs. That is a better number. What are your orders? Okay, this has got to stop. We're doing war things. You guys need to join forces. I don't see us winning this fight without that. It's risky, but I think it's smarter. Hopefully they'll do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on the battlefield. We have our orders, but should we follow them? I'm married to your daughter. Don't you screw me on this. Oh, okay, you actually get to pick. Green. We've been buddies for a long time. B is the best option for anyone other than blue. If you're not blue, B is your best option. Yes. Yes, thank you, green. Ugh. Wise and wealthy. So rare. So rare that those two things are the same. Huh. Alright, that'll help. That'll help our odds. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting for the marshal's return. Now the real question is, do the chiefs just win anyway? Finally, she arrives at your throne room, looking perfectly composed. Your Majesty is ordered. The patricians have turned their army around to link up with the counts. We must protect our investments. I mean friends. We can only hope this was the right decision. Have some confidence, Your Majesty. Too late for doubts now. Yep, that's the one. It'll all come down to the next battle. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. We will prevail. That's the spirit, and I really must be going. I have a lot to take care of. Over the next few weeks, it becomes clear that the coastal army's retreat has given the chiefs free rein to pillage and plunder the coast. Oh no! The rampaging northern troops descend on the farms like locusts, taking everything to feed their soldiers. Meanwhile, shops, churches, and manors are plundered. Patrician's wealth go down, chief wealth go up. But then, they link up successfully. Now the joint army rush to meet the chiefs in warfare, and the winner will either end your reign or preserve it. Okay, war's not good for anyone. Let's go check on mustering an army. Remember that the blues are the ones who caused this rebellion. They are the drain on the kingdom's resources. And we'll take a pause because apparently there's an ad. Damn it, State Farm. Woohoo, ads! I didn't cause shit! All of your stats were pretty good. The only stat that was high was Defiance. Everything else was pretty good. You guys defied because I didn't respect your culture or whatever. I treated you well. You were wealthy. You were wealthy, healthy, and mighty. And you decided to rebel because I didn't come to your banquet hall, whatever. Stupid head, that was good for you. I sent peaceful missionaries to your place, and people willingly joined the religion. It's not my fault that your people were exposed to something else and decided that that might be worth listening to. Anyway. What are we waiting for? It's time we march on the capital and brought Velter's flail upon the accursed crown lands. I hear you, but we're still mustering our forces. When we strike, we must strike with all our might. I've considered several proposals to further bolster our army for the trials ahead. Alright, Blues, pay attention. You're gonna have to vote here. What should you do? Alright, you're too poor for the first two. Do you call upon the Holy Order of the Ninth? That god thing that I helped you out with? Or do you decide that you're good? Do you use my help to win the war? Against me? Unbelievable. I can't believe I'm helping you win your own war against me. Times are changing. Strange to think there's so much faith in the Ninth Gods in the North. Now we even have an orders of holy wars. Yeah, you're welcome. You're fucking welcome. We pledged to fight by our side. It's a new era. I just hope we don't lose what makes us Northern in the first place. It sounds like you already have. The church doesn't support us in the conflict, so these knights risk their very souls to help us out. Let's not disappoint them. Alright. The holy knights soon arrive, riding gleaming in armor. They are few, but each is worth 20 ordinary soldiers on the field of battle. That seems wrong. Feels good to have the strength of the ninth on our side. You don't. You're the least faithful of the bunch. Alright, alright, alright. Onwards we go. Swing votes. After voting, nobles can change their minds and vote for a different option. Seems risky. Authority's not super helpful for me. And golden choice. You know what? I will take golden choice back. I like giving money to the people that support me. And reverse voting didn't help at all. There you go. It's another opportunity for you to earn money, guys. And still, no victory points have fallen in either direction, which is scaring me a lot. Defectors and offer for mercenaries. The final battle! Okay. Is this... Are we doing a thing where it's like... Okay, let's go check with defectors. My agents are everywhere. Busy times right now. I've heard something particularly interesting. Good news? I hope. Any news can be good news if used effectively. That's true. There are dissenters among the northern troops. Ooh, dissenters of the bad guys. Hell yeah. Who want conflict as little as we do. My agents could use them to sow opposition amongst the ranks. It would be dangerous, but could significantly damage enemy morale. Or we could lure them to join us. Some of the counts might be resentful hosting turncoats, but it might be practical. Okay, let's talk. Order the rebel dissenters to lower northern morale. That's random chance. Or, honestly, B seems like the way to go. The bad guys, look how he vilifies us for simply wanting freedom. You don't want freedom! You want all of us dead! I am kind of running low on money. I will be running low on money if we pick B. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to golden choice B, give you guys a little extra pocket change, and then we'll talk when taxes time comes. We'll see how I am then. Hopefully, I'll be able to reward you all with a bribe. If we win the war, certainly that. But for now, enjoy your money. And then we're free to take your castle apart to build homes for the needy. That's been 100% of my mission statement. All I want to do is give lots of food to the people that need it. The people know. Purple, you know you can vote on this one too, right? You are the people. And when you weren't actively rebelling against us, I kept your grain stores full and your cows plump. And I've got the stats to back it up. I'm stalling a little bit so that anyone that wants to and hasn't voted can vote and get their money. Because I am a good and benevolent ruler. Alright, going once. Going twice. Sold. Voting is closed. What? Alright. Alright. The loyalists gain a victory point. Alright, we got one. We got one. And the military is now capable. Okay, we got a military boost. That's what I needed. Some of the counts aren't happy and see it as a sign of weakness, but when the troops help conquer strategically important territory, even they appreciate the extra bodies. Cool. Glad to hear it. An offer from mercenaries. Oh, I'm poor now. It's okay. That's okay. We can work with this. This might be the time where I need my my nobles to pony up some coin. We'll see. Your Majesty, a band of mercenaries from the Tatterlands have offered to support you in the Civil War. They call themselves the Merry Jackals. I don't know much about them, but we can't afford to turn away any help. How much are they asking for? 1,000 gold. Cool, I don't have that. We better run this by the council. Oh, well. Might as well, right? Veto the only option. I wonder what happens there. That's funny. I don't want to ruin. I don't want to soft lock the game and have to start over. Oh, cool, perfect. We have someone that knows what happens. Cool. There's no rewards for multiple people voting, so woohoo! Voting is now closed. Excellent work. My wife voted and no one else. Never trust a mercenary. I am terrified to click this. The final battle. A month ago, battle was averted, but battle cannot be postponed forever. They'll take our money and not help. Yuck. Which one is your wife, me or my daughter? I don't know! I thought that was just the one being. The patricians and counts are all that stand between the chief and the capital. Final battle deciding the fate of the kingdom. I'll send words to the counts that it's time to strike. Is this one just for 5 victory points? Is that what we're doing here? We can only hope they listen to our orders, Your Majesty. Alright! Send the joint forces. Purple, you gotta vote! I believe A is the play. Fuck! Add! Damn it! I can't pause. Oh, wait. I don't have to move on. I don't have to move on. It's okay. I forgot. It only continues when I tell it to. Do we have any counts left in chat? Magic Mechanism's still here. That's a count. Yeah, noble list. Here they are. I haven't heard from Sleepy in a while, but Magic Mechanism just messaged, so we've got at least one. You are the captain now. I appreciate your service. It all comes down to this. Okay, we got the roll! When she finally returns, she strides into your throne room with a triumphant gleam in her eyes. Marshal, report. We caught the chiefs by surprise as they were fording a river. Classic pincer maneuver. Never ford the river! Friends don't let friends ford the river! Take a ferry! The counts attacked from one side, the patricians charged in from the other. You should have seen it. The river ran red that day in utter slaughter. Jesus! 3 victory points! And your military sucks now. So we've won? Yes, Your Majesty, unless something totally unexpected at that moment, a frantic soldier bursts in. Your Majesty, we've received word from our scouts. I don't quite know how to say this. Spit it out, damn you! Yes, ma'am. Your Majesty, the chiefs must have split their forces. The army we've defeated was diversion. They've got another regiment making its way through the Crownlands. They'll be outside the capital in a matter of days, and the counts are too far away to help. What do we do? Time to panic! Panic! How come we didn't spot this sooner? They must have been killing our scouts and marching under the cover of night. Those cunning bastards. We've got a lot of work to do. Build up the capital's fortifications, stockpile food, train citizen militia. But don't worry. This is the last-ditch ploy of a defeated enemy. We need to outlast the siege, and the counts will come to our rescue. All right, counts. Magic mechanism exclusively. I'm counting on you. Huh. Yep. None of this has happened. The war's going really well. Ugh. A ground-shaking discovery. The capital starves! No! Let's do besiege first and hopefully win the war. The chiefs march to the Crownlands, pillaging and burning. The roads are having refugees. Are heaving with refugees, and corpses clog the rivers. Now the capital is surrounded. You stand on the ramparts of your palace, staring out in dismay at the army camps stretching for miles outside the city walls. Get down from there if they get lucky with a crossbow bolt. Is there any hope? Only one. The patricians and the counts are still out there, Your Majesty. Their combined armies smashed the rebels in the last battle. They can smash them again. I hope they get there in time. You're right. There's still hope. As you finish your sentence, an immense trebuchet hurls a 10-ton boulder towards the capital. It crashes into a nearby clock tower, smashing it to smithereens. Like I said, you'd better get inside. In I go. It's time for a ground-shaking discovery. The chiefs are digging tunnels under our walls, Your Majesty. By the 9th, northern troops could boil up from underground anywhere in the city, even under your very throne. Shit. Do not do that. I've placed bronze bowls of water inside the city. Judging by the size of the ripples, we've worked out where the tremors are coming from. Hell yeah. Send the crawlers in! Yes! Please let that play in! It's a rough measurement for certain. We must act now. What would the council have me do? Alright, council. Do we flood the tunnels with water diverted from Treadwater River, where I was thrown in during my coronation? Oh, that's really poetic. That's really poetic. Please do that one. Dig counter tunnels and send troops to fight them in? No, or smoke them out. I'm just vetoing B. Please do the river. That'd be so poetic. Oh, that'd be so good. Oh. Oh, that'd be so good. Yes. Yes, vote A. We will win the war with A. Wait, don't we need water? I mean, yeah, but there's no good answer here. We live on the coast. Yes, the coast, boys. Clutch up for me. Yes, voting is closed. It is I, King of the River, and my wonderful, I don't know, beavers? Beavers are really cool and live in rivers. Salmon. Am I finally affecting the trout population? After days of exploratory digging, your tunnelers meet up with the northern tunnels and frantically evacuate. I diverted the flow of the Treadwater directly into the enemy's tunnels, flushing away their wooden braces, along with their miners. Unfortunately, this caused the tunnels to collapse, the tunnel that was under our walls. Ah. Section of our wall partially collapsed. Fuck. The trout population was not strong enough. But only barely, and who knows how long the barricade will hold. Well, that could have gone either way. Oh well. The capital starves! What if it didn't? Given the sad state of the kingdom's farms, we couldn't stockpile enough food. Damn it! I'm supposed to be good at that! Now everyone is starving. Is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can do? Empty bellies make empty heads, Your Majesty. The peasants may rise up in a mad revolt if they starve much longer. Right now, that would be disastrous. We need to find a way to feed the people or to prevent them from rising up. Stage a risky attack on the rebels to steal food. Not a great idea. In solidarity, the king shall eat as little as peasants. I'm in for that. Let them eat cake! Or let... Okay, so not horses, please. That would be terrible. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a show of good faith and do something that is just bad for me. Let them eat cake. Ugh. As much as I would personally pick B, I'm giving you guys a show of good faith. This is like the 4th time that me doing the thing that is just shitty is what everyone wants. Ugh. That's the real secret. All of us are nobles or above. We're all bad people. I'm trying my best to be a good people, but it's just not working out. Let them eat cake. A little starvation will do them good. Yeah, you would say that, wouldn't you, magic mechanism? Quickly becomes apparent that you miscalculated. Yeah, that's the part I was afraid of. I'm giving the bad guys a victory point so that I can make a show of good faith to the good guys. You got money. Alright, that's another season gone through. Ooh, we've got an auction. Alright. We can make my authority worse, which no one cares about. The bad guys trade worse. Could be good. The Count's farming worse, which could be really bad. The rich people's trade up, which would be fine. My authority up, which would be fine. And stability down, which, ooh, hey, I don't love it, but it's at least... Yeah, nothing in here is hugely bad for me. I would appreciate if we didn't fund C, just because I think that's going to be important for everyone that isn't an evil chief. I know that it's the thing that I want to do, but I don't even know what that win condition is, so... For now, farming doesn't really help me. It probably will in the long run, but it definitely won't in the short run. And sure enough, D-Dog, Chief of Chiefs, Prick of Pricks, immediately dumping all of his money into a deer park. Why did the rebels get to participate in the auction? See, the problem now is that there's only 2 options that are relevant to anyone, and there are 2 things that are going to be built. There will definitely not be any way that I talk someone into wasting their money just to help my farming. Alright. That's okay. I can handle this. As a reminder. You know what? I'm actually not going to bring that up. Never mind. On to the Rebellion Report. This season was less good. For me. It was actually kind of great for you guys. The siege grinds on. Alright, here it is. This is where I win the war or don't. And honestly, if it's another for 3, this might just be it is. Another dawn breaks. The great army of the north sprawls outside your city walls. For the last 3 weeks, they've tried to fight their way in. The siege drags on, and your food supplies are dwindling. The streets outside your palace explode in daily riots as the citizens demand to be fed. Don't worry, the patricians will be here to save us soon enough, I'm sure of it. Yeah, I fucking hope so, wife. As evening draws in, horns blast outside the city walls. The chiefs are mounting a final attack. Okay? Yeah, okay. That was the lamest season ever. Time for winter. Okay. Present purples and greens. Would you be okay with a cruel tax so that I might fill the treasury a bit to tip the scales towards our winning the war. I will leave this decision up to you. If you see the greater good of me having money so that we can win the war, then that... Alright. I appreciate you, counts and patricians, parting with your sweet coin so that we might work together and win this war. Legends, the lot of you. And Magic Mechanism, you are definitely correct. But if the Chiefs win the war, then none of us win. So, there's a more immediate problem. Alright. A grim dawn. The sun rises on a city. Let it be spoken. Should you consider yourself as having won, I shall mock you for the rest of our days. That's fair. The sun rises on a city in turmoil. The chiefs began their assault last night, and you heard nothing outside but screams and howls and the clash of blades since. Since the capital is in flames, soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. God, I fucking hope not. It's my second favorite character. Your honor guard are in the streets outside the palace, building a barricade and organizing last-ditch defenses. Vital work, but you're vulnerable without them by your side. Thanks, the honor guard! They totally betrayed the North! The royal court is empty except for you, your wife, and your daughter, cradled in the arms of her nanny. Her crying is giving you a headache. Not the time. If they break in, we can't let them take us alive. We'll go down fighting. You're right. Better to go down fighting. I'll fetch my dagger. Your Majesty, you must see this. Follow me. Follow us by, Master. She leads you and Clovia up to the palace walls, where you look out over the endless mass of soldiers rampaging through the streets of our city. In the darkness of dawn, you can barely make them out. Only silhouettes and countless glimmers of torches. You duck as a burning arrow sails overhead. This seems like a bad thing. Why did you bring me here? Look closer. The army is shifting and convulsing like a great beast in pain. Horns trumpet, hooves thunder. The patricians and counts have arrived in full force. A mighty hammer smashing the chiefs against the walls of the city. Hold on. I'll get copy struck for it. God. Portals. Portals Avengers Endgame. Trade for everyone. After that, it's just mopping up. The Chiefs make a brave final stand, but they don't stand a chance. Their army is crushed. By dawn, rebel corpses clog the rivers and blanket the city streets. The crows feast like never before. Soon the armies of the patricians and the counts are parading through the city, waving their banners and showing off their loot. Meanwhile, Chief AI Seeker, the leader of the rebellion, is brought to you in chains. Common folk crowd into the palace to watch the trial. We fought with honor. Our ancestors smile on us for resisting your tyranny. Okay, so all of these are exactly the same. I'm guessing this is a level of drasticness. Off with your head. Stiff-backed and silent, Chief AI Seeker is dragged out to the city square and led up onto a platform before the roaring masses. The executioner's axe falls. The head bounces into the crowd, and the common folk kick it around and cheer. And just like that, the North is defeated. The rebellion is over. The kingdom is yours again. Wow! Everyone's defiance just dropped by 5. Except for the North, who's dropped by 9. As you sit resplendent atop your throne, the common folk raise a mighty cheer! Long live the king, they shout! Long live the king. Go team! It's been an absolute pleasure. I don't want any of these. Let's go have a look at my ambition. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the father of the nation, but so far you've done a dismal job of it. Yeah, that's fair. The people are starving. Peasants are dying of hunger every day. They curse your name. Well, a war happened. I'm sorry. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot, change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of your own, but your other advisors have other ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. Your Majesty, if you help with the zeal of the ninth god, the church will lend our full support. With the backing of the church, the nobles won't dare move against you. Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any king who recovers it will rule over a golden age. Okay. Kingdom-wide spy network. I need stability in trade. Suddenly everyone wants stability down? Bad answer. Crush all those plotting against you. Authority, which is higher than it's ever been. And military, which is not great across the board. Or get elevated by the church to a status of a living saint, authority, and faith. That's not terrible. But recover the Scepter of Sages, faith and trade. I can't believe it. I'm choosing to be Pax Pictish. Ah! A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin sending out adventurers to track down the scepter's location. But adventurers aren't cheap. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall faith and trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. And a vision from the treasurer. I hope it's good. Oh, we were just talking. Some questions about the treasury. It's not empty, is it? No, I have no concerns. Cool, we're good. And simply that there are a few irregularities in the funds. I'm afraid Queen Consort Glovey was the last person. Is my wife doing an embezzlement? There has to be an innocent explanation. You go straight to see your wife. You find her curled in an armchair in the library reading. Piles of books and papers surround her like a nest. Has something happened? I can help resolve it, I'm sure. Tell me about your dealings in the treasury. A while ago, I received a letter from my family in the coast. Their crops are in decline. Regrettably, if it goes on like this, the patricians will be in trouble. But they were so nice to me during the war. I can't... Oh, ad incoming. Alright. That's fine. There's no vote coming through. So I decided to pay scholars to go through old records and find what techniques the ancient coastal farmers used. There can be all kinds of useful tricks in those books. That's fair. But I shouldn't have made a move without asking. I'm so thrilled to help my people. Can you forgive me? Yeah. That's a fantastic idea. Clovia's eyes widen and she gives you a warm hug. Yeah! Actual... Any bit of not... Hey, from my wife in this game. I've never seen that for any... No matter who I was married to, no matter where they came from. Oh, I'm actually allowed to do something nice for my spouse. I didn't think it was possible. Huh. When moneymakers have actual brains. Yeah! Soon the project gets underway with such a promising start. Words get out about the Queen Consort's quick wits and resolve. Hell yeah! Is that it? Is that the season? No, there's something else. It's not letting me move on. Oh, there's a new contraption. Your Majesty, a count by the name of Sleepy Salus wants to present you with a new invention. Your Highness, we are entering a modern age, a more humane age. Yet botched executions are commonplace. Decapitation where the head doesn't come off, or hangings where it does. No more! Behold, A merciful machine for removing heads quickly and painlessly. I call it the Sleepy Salus. God, I hope Sleepy sees this in the YouTube video. They swish away a cloth and reveal a huge machine of iron and wood. It has a hole for someone to place their head with a heavy blade dangling ominously above it. It's a guillotine. They've made a guillotine. How efficient. Precisely! You'll send 12 heads a-rolling in the time it would take an ordinary executioner to chop through a single neck. With a little funding, I can distribute it across the thing. I've got a little funding. No, I don't need authority. I like authority, though. I'll bring this to the council. Alright, I'm glad we checked. I can't afford it. Test it on themselves. No, not that one, please. Defiance up. Yeah, stability down. Yeah, that's just not yeah, we're gonna not go with that one. Yeah, thanks. We're gonna not do that one. Oh my god, 3 colors in 1 vote. It's been so long. Damn, I can't believe D-Dog is still alive. I'm shocked losing a rebellion doesn't turn everyone into the second. Or if they're already the second, like Stupidhead was the third. If that is what the council wishes, but if there's a rebellion and it takes 4 chops to sever your own neck, don't come crying to me. So easy to get that when you rig the election. I rigged nothing. I was presented options. Yeah, as a reminder, if stability drops to 5, the blue guys still win. Okay. Not another fucking plague! God damn it! What's up with this scepter? Your Majesty, I have most exciting news. Our hired adventurers have discovered an ancient manuscript hidden deep beneath the mountains. It speaks of the scepter and was written by Queen Alma herself. Worried about what would happen to the kingdom, she died, so she hid the scepter so her enemies couldn't find it. So where is it? It's in a warren of caves within the Blackwater Forest. Black-Weald Forest. I looked away. Your Majesty, near to the capital. It's been under our noses this whole time. Taking the liberty of sending out more adventurers. They'll clear the area and get inside. Excellent! Send them on their way. As you wish. As soon as the adventurers return, the treasurer comes to tell you the news. Have they found anything? Oh, I wish trade was better, but it's pretty good! Most delightful news, Your Majesty! The adventurers have found a golden door beneath the forest, which matches the description of Queen Alma's manuscript. A golden door? Break the hinges and sell it! I already tried, Your Majesty, but my servants suffered from a horrid wilting curse. I decided to leave well enough alone. That's fair. That's fair. The scepter should be hidden within, but the scepter of sages can only... can only be found by a monarch who is strong of purpose and true of heart. That's me! Yes, indeed, Your Majesty, I'm sure I agree. But unfortunately, it's not me who decides. Queen Alma wrote a ritual for the monarch to prove themselves worthy of the scepter. If we go to the cave, I can read out the relevant passages while you set it all up. You make the arrangements, bringing a procession of horses, food, drinks, adventure guides, and a little traveling desk to the treasurer, for the treasurer, to the Black-Weald Forest. Your wife comes too, riding beside you. Good for her. This is such a wonderful chance for the kingdom. The scepter will bring in a golden age. The adventurers lead you inside the cave, holding flaming torches to light your way. Soon the tunnel grows horribly cramped. You bend double to squeeze through. Don't worry, we'll pull together and get through it. You walk for what feels like hours. Just as you might have lost hope, you reach a golden door exactly as the adventurers described. It will only open for the faithful. Close your eyes, Your Majesty. Concentrate. . Let's go! A bright golden light flares behind your eyes, but you keep your breath steady. You hear the door rumble open. When you open your eyes, the tunnel ahead is utterly dark. Even the torches do not illuminate it. As you step into the chamber, the torches snuff out. A hideous scream echoes from below. The adventurers scramble into a protective stance while the treasurer wails. Oh, this is awful, dreadful. I should have stayed in my office. I have to say, I feel similarly. Yeah, this cave sounds like it sucks. Do we even have enough air left? It's fine. We're meant to be here. Sorry, I'll stay calm. You put your hands out and feel along the way, then your fingers touch something. Could this be it? As you grip the scepter, it glows gold, chasing away the dark shadows of the chamber. It looks like a simple wooden staff, like any peasant might use for walking, but the glow is as bright as the sun. It's the scepter, Your Majesty. You've done it. Can you imagine the good we can do for the kingdom with this? First things first, I'm eliminating poverty. Goodness! Well, we must call the nobles first and tell them the good news. Bearing the scepter, you make your way through the tunnels and back into the sunlit forest. As soon as you return to the capital, you call the nobles to the council hall. I just won a war. I'll let them sweat a little bit. You take some time to have the servants fix your hair, polish your crown, just a few things to make a king feel special. Then you stroll into the hall. The treasurer holds a velvet cushion upon which the scepter of sages sits. It looks small and ordinary, but you sense the weight of its history. Clovia strides at your side, looking very pleased with herself. Behind you, your heir, Hawk II, toddles along, hand in hand with her governess. What's going on, Your Highness? Why have we been brought here? I have some good news. The nobles fall silent as you ascend to your throne and settle yourself comfortably. King Hawk has descended to the darkest depths of the Black-Wheeled Forest and retrieved the Scepter of Sages. Excited and worried whispers ripple around the council hall. As bearer of the scepter, the king has sealed his destiny as King Hawk the Enlightened. How do we know it's real? It could be any old staff. You pick up the scepter. The scepter begins to glow, bathing the council hall in warm golden light. The nobles gasp and fall silent. Beside you, Hawk 2 claps her hands in delight. Stability is now serene. 10 out of 10. Defiance 0, 0, and 4. The East still had it kind of rough. Sorry, the East. I'm gonna fix that. Marvelous! That's extraordinary. It becomes clear that even the grumpiest of nobles will never dare speak against you while you bear the Scepter of Sages. Finally, you are secure in your throne and your kingdom. Your victory is here, but your future has only just begun. The monarch is victorious! All that remained of the patricians' attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner deep under the palace, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumor. The chief's agreement with the ice giants fell apart. The giants ended up attacking the north instead. The subsequent war kept the chiefs too busy to worry about matters of the throne. Rushing to complete the scheme, the counts attempted their blood ritual too early. The summoned demon escaped their control and slaughtered dozens, including Dimitri and Count Magic Mechanism! You died in the epilogue! That sucks! Backed by the scepter's power, King Hawk's rule spanned another 15 years of peace and stability. A golden age of prosperity swept over the kingdom. In his will, the king instructed that the scepter be reburied, to be claimed only by a worthy successor. King Hawk the Stubborn. I'll take that. I will take that. And there we go! That, ladies, gentlemen, and anyone else inside or outside of it, has been king of the castle. This was really fun. We might do this again. There will be less scuff the second time. Thank you all for coming. I had a really good time. I hope you did as well. I'm going to check real quick if anyone I know is streaming, and if so, we can toss them a raid. Nope. All right. Then I'll just go over here. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your night. If you haven't already, go check out the Discord, where we announce things like this early, do watch parties, movie nights, all sorts of stuff. And also, go to the YouTube, where this will definitely end up as a video. Thank you all so much for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'll see you next time. Caw-caw!